Hello, everybody, and welcome back. So you're here on Children Matter, and you're here on Red Pill Phil as well. So we were in Liverpool last week having a look at the event and the situation that was going on down there. Today we are somewhere else. So he is getting in position. He is moving around. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to set this off for too long because obviously I am aware that there are people around already. So yeah, I'm going to introduce Red Pill Phil. See you in a minute, guys. You're on, Phil.
Okie dokie. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, everybody. This is a bit weird. Thank you for jumping on. Katie and I jumped in together in collaboration, childrensmatter.news. Decided, obviously, there's multiple protests, freedom march, exercising your freedom, however you want to put it. There's multiple things going on around the country. And I'm just here now, just in Manchester, just having a little look. Seems to be there's more police than anything else at the moment, although I have seen just past, I think, one or two regulars. I wouldn't say this is cordoned off by any means. They're probably sat here waiting for an attendance. But there doesn't seem to be too many people congregating. Now, whether that means that one, they've not arrived here, or two, they're in a different location to make their way up here.
A lot of them start under that bridge. A lot of them start under that bridge that's to your left. Not bridge, that embankment. You know, towards the trams.
All right, okay.
A lot of them have been meeting up there, from what I've noticed.
Down this section here, yeah.
No, on the left.
Great.
So
yeah, I'm going left.
Where that cafe
thing
right,
is. I'm with you. Right, okay. Yes, now I understand.
A lot of them have been meeting up under there, from what I've noticed lately.
Right, there's a liaison officer there. So there seem to be, there's a couple sat there, so I wouldn't say they're booting people off. I don't know what the deal is. Underneath that little tunnel that you're talking about there,
yeah, that's where a lot of them have been congregating.
Right, well, let me have a little look. I've just passed it before, and there's a couple of guys that were stood over there that I have seen before, so I'm presuming they're just stood waiting for more numbers or something. But I don't know. I mean, like I say, this very empty. I don't know what's going on. They're all tramp.
Like this lately. When we were covering London last week, obviously I had someone in Manchester as well, and they were only a handful of people, and they were all under where you're heading now.
Right. Well, there's guys with masks on underneath there, and there's no way that they're anything to do with it. So
coppers are prepared though. If you look on your right, you've got coppers there waiting just to go over.
No, they're tram.
The
tram staff. Yeah. They were in force on the last march that was roaming around Manchester. Yeah, there's no one here. Police liaison. There's no police liaison, and there's people who want to do any form of protesting.
Yeah,
well, yeah, I was expecting something. I know there's other events, and that will get other people, get their attention, and maybe all roads led to London this weekend. Who knows? But I assume that there would be people who couldn't make it to London. People who just live around the corner. And I'll tell you what, though, the sad thing is, Katie, this is the confusing thing with the person who's just watching streams, knowing the full details. There's often I get, through the comment section, when's the next one? And I can never answer it for two reasons. One, because I don't know, because I'm not really in touch with the organisers of this event. And two, I can't really be seen to be giving out information that could make me look like I'm some kind of organizer. So it has to be on a real, just whatever. When I know, I'll find out.
Jimmy had put two messages in, and the cameraman who was there last week and put a message in as well. Jimmy said TKE Media just got Section 35 in Manchester. Been watching for 1 hour. No one's there, only about 8 people. Been a couple of arrests, and it's been suggested to try St. Peter's Square.
Right. Okay.
So I know I said a bit fast, so I do apologise.
No, it's all right. So I'm on my bike, so I can get out and about. You know, this is perfect mode of transport, and if I need to keep moving, it's perfect. It did say Piccadilly Gardens on the original flyer that you sent me, though, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. I don't know if
so I mean,
it might have moved people on though.
Yeah, exactly. Things are going to change by the second, aren't they? And everything's got to be done on the fly. I mean, that goes back to what I was saying before. But this must be difficult for the average person who goes, well, I want to go next week, you know, and it's almost like you find it hard to have confidence if there's not anything done regularly.
Every week, every town needs to start doing this. And even if it's just one or two of us that start off by doing it, we have to do it. We have to start doing it. We have to start
the momentum up.
To London, to everywhere. Every town needs to start catching up because that's the only way change is actually going to be brought.
No, I agree. And I actually thought that today. I actually thought that there was going to be massive protests in all 4 of them cities that was on that flyer that you sent. And
well, it was put out a couple of days ago that some people thought it might be fake because no one stood up and took responsibility for it. But thinking about that, no one's going to stand up and take responsibility for something when we've got all these fines and these hardships that are happening.
Of course. This is why it's so covert what's going on.
Between 11 and 12 o'clock, we need to be out. We need to be out there. I have got Tyrant regular on the other screen as well. Okay, someone's just commented about Tyrant also filming.
What was that? Sorry, Katie, I missed that.
Someone put a comment in about Tyrant Finders filming in London. I was just letting them know that I have actually got Tyrant Finders stream up on my other screen. Excellent.
Well, a big up to all, you know, citizen journalists, just YouTubers, people just filming and streaming it, whatever they're doing. Big up to you. Precarious times. There's multiple people doing it. I've seen 1 or 2. So, you know, just stay safe and just keep filming, keep documenting from all angles you can, you know. Right, I'm approaching.
Jimmy the Hat said the police flooded Manchester early this morning.
Right. Well, there's nothing going on here. Nothing. Now down. That looked the busiest area so far. Do you want me to try Albert Square, see if anything's going down there?
It's completely up to you, Phil.
Might as well. I'm on my bike, innit? Might as well.
Every weekend we need to be doing this. We need to start getting. I think YouTubers need to start, you know, picking up the pace a bit and start walking these routes every weekend, whether they're on their own or not, so everyone knows, you know, what routes people are walking to keep moving. If you do turn up, which way to go to find everyone. If we do get split up, what ways we could go. Your YouTubers right now have got a massive opportunity to help everyone out massively, even if it is just riding or walking these routes on a weekly basis. Numbers will pick up. They did with London Yellow Vests. They have done with these freedom protests as well. I mean, Liverpool keeps getting more numbers every time.
Yeah, I wonder whether there's something going down there today. There's a load of police here. I don't know what's going on there. No idea what's going on. There don't seem to be any people. There seems to be more police. Whether they know something or they're just sat waiting, believing it could be in multiple hotspots. I don't no idea. Strange one.
It is. It's not normal to see Manchester this dead as well. It would be good to start getting the numbers back up. I mean, all they're going to do if they do arrest you is take you away and that's it.
Police everywhere, Van there.
Darren Enright, yeah, I'm watching Tyrant Finders footage on the other side as well.
Right. Excellent. So I hope he keeps himself safe.
Well, police have definitely been planning something, or they've been expecting something.
Well, they're loaded. The locked and loaded. That's 2 different squares, as it were. And there's quite a considerable presence in both. But as you can see, there's no one in both. I mean, this is more of a ghost town. But yeah, on the other side of the town hall there, the amount of police vans and vehicles, I don't know whether they're all manned with police in them, but I'm sure there'll be more than just the driver. So, yeah, maybe they killed it before it started, but if people are still coming, they would still come. So it's hard, isn't it? Like you say, it's hard. And it's somewhat disheartening, let's face it. I mean, anyone looks at this now, they're going to think, well, what's the point of me just rolling up next week? What am I going to expect? There doesn't seem to be, not organisation, because same again, it's difficult. But what's going on, Kater? What's going on? I just thought there might be something.
And because we're not getting the numbers, people are starting to give into it. Even whether they're fearful of it or not, people are starting to give into it.
You could be right. Yeah, it takes a lot to stand up, and Liverpool was.
I think we have to play the long game. I think we have to, even if it is only a couple of us going and having a walk around Manchester and filming it, you know, set time, set route, you know, and just walk it.
Why not? Why not? I mean, it does feel like Manchester's not bothered. You know, they're just rolling with it. I mean, the most Manchester's got to look forward to is Tier 3.
Yeah, but saying that, Manchester's got a hell of a lot of YouTubers in it, a hell of a lot of protesters, a hell of a lot of campaigners. So it makes you wonder, where are they? And I know me and you, we go to other demos and other places and everything as well, and recently a lot more than we have our own. And that's because we've not seen many people, you know, there, you know, and it's all well and good seeing the same regular faces. It does give you that boost, but when you just stood there waiting for more people to turn up, it does drain your motivation. It does drain your energy.
Yeah.
If we focused on, you know, a set route and playing the long game, you know, if we get one new person every week, then bonus.
Well, this isn't going to happen overnight, is it, Katie?
No, we're not.
I mean, you know, I'd like to think a public show on a regular basis with people coming out, even if they get castigated, you know, and run the risk of getting fines or getting told off a dispersal notices, Section 35. There's so many different things that are happening to people, but
well, definitely plans for something.
Yeah. Well,
sorry.
We've just got to run the risk for the longer good. Excuse me, sorry. For the good of it, really, because what was it for if after a couple of weeks people are going to be that fearful of it? It's the same again. It's what fear can do, innit? Fear can, you know, on many different angles, and this ain't criticising anybody at all because I've got nobody to criticise. It's just disappointing to not see a kind of representation there, really. But maybe people might turn up. But these look like, oh, you got more of a queue at fucking Aldi here. So that says something, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
It says a lot.
Is it Black Friday? Maybe that's it. People are sat on Amazon, aren't they? Giving Jeff Bezos some Bezos. So I'm making my way back up to Piccadilly now, coming up Market Street. But there's nothing. There's not even like a pocket. There was literally two guys that I could say I recognised from Liverpool last week, I think, up here. So if anything, if they're still there, I'll go to them and see what they know and if they've seen anything or what. Go on in. Still there. You all right? I'm riding with one hand. I've got a camera in the other. And the woman just tried to give me a flyer. Can you see how that's not going to work for me very well if I try and grab that flyer off her?
Yeah, you're going to end up going over your handlebars.
And that'd look good live, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? All for a flyer that I'm not probably interested in anyway. So are these the... Oh, yeah, I think these are... Just it.
Oh, hang on. Keep your camera still on the guy in the red hat there.
Red hat.
Blue hat, sorry.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the children rights ones.
Right. Yeah.
I think
I've seen him in Liverpool last week. You all right? You all right, dude? Do you know what's happening? Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it?
Are you recording this?
Yes.
Are you recording this conversation now?
Well, it's live, yeah.
Yeah, tell the two in the blue hat you've got Katie-Jayne on.
Oh, dude, you're not going to be like that, are you?
No, I'm saying, why are you recording me?
Because I'm in an open place and it's a public place.
I can't. Like that. I've got to be right.
Wow. Wow. Why are you kicking off like this?
No, because you say you that I'm not being like that.
Dude, I think you're taking it way too far. Fuck me. This is what I do. So I don't see why you're. You know what? I would simmer down here at this point because you come across as a really good, highly conscious guy. And if you're going to kick off at me just because I'm covering something, what you did? You showed me a little bit of aggression and attitude there, dude. I think people have seen it for themselves. What you displayed. I ain't your brother. My brother doesn't talk to me like that. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'd walk away too. I'd walk away. I'm not. I'm not. You're the one that turned on me.
No, I'm not starting on you.
You turned on me because I was recording. I am a YouTuber that does this every weekend and when I can. So it's obvious if I've got two phones, it's obvious there's a high chance I'm going to be recording. And let me tell you, you're quite happy for me to record you when you've got your signs and you're singing your Bob Marley songs over there. Now all of a sudden you're going to kick off at me? No, mate, it don't work like that. It doesn't work like that. I've finished. Yeah, what do you want to say?
I don't mind you recording on our side, but I've had assholes. No, stop.
Yeah.
Assholes, right? The police, everything else recording me at the house.
Right.
Just making sure.
So what gives you the impression?
Because I didn't see you when I come here.
I spoke to you the other week dude.
Yeah, listen,
and I've filmed you multiple times. I have uploaded material with you on it multiple times. So if you're going to get the paranoia and go on me like that, then you're wrong. If someone's made you feel like that, I can appreciate it. But then don't treat strangers like that on the premise of that. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. You've just spoiled it. Because it means now if I see you in Manchester, I ain't going to film your ass again.
No. Okay, then you're right. Can I speak now?
You can.
If you're not one of them assholes, I don't mind you filming me. No, let me go. That's cool then. I apologise. That's cool.
Well, that's fair. Fine.
It's just a fact.
Just don't come with that if that's what you're feeling. Suss it out before you. You give up a vibe that was kind of a little bit slightly aggressive.
Because the camera is staring right at me.
Of course it is. It's staring at all of them. No one else has said anything.
I was like, no, listen, I don't argue. I might voice my opinion.
It's the way, it's the tone you use, dude. I've got it on the live here, so we've got it.
I don't mind if it's on now. As long as you're not one of them assholes.
I'm not, dude. And there's no reason for you to think that. And when I approached you, I give you no reason to believe that I was one of them either.
You're now actually live on Children's Matters.
I am, yeah.
No, that's cool. No. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No,
mate. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying you were kind of wrong to turn on me like that.
Yeah, it's cool.
You know what I'm saying? I listen. I'm a self-employed painter and decorator. I cover this shit out my own time, my own pocket. There was supposed to be some kind of demo, but I don't know whether it's actually. Have they stopped it? Okay.
I was in a sin,
yeah.
In religion, Jesus saved me. So the virus is the antichrist, the devil.
Well, something demonic going on.
Jesus is the only way. Honest to God, it's not religion, it's relationship. He loves you, and I love you guys. Wake up! It's time to wake up because everyone's heading hell. Because man is a fallen man. This world is fallen, it's perishing. Jesus Christ saved me and changed my life. And
Good for you, mate.
I used to hate everything. I used to rob and steal and kill and everything because I was abused. And an Englishman came in my life and he said, Jesus is the way. And I said, no, I believe Jesus just as a prophet. Jesus is Lord. Jesus came to set you free, paid the price, paid the debt. Brother, wake up. Honestly.
I'm trying, my friend. I'm trying.
What's your name?
Phil.
I promise you, Phil. If you really mean this, pray with me now. Say, Lord Jesus.
Mate, I'm not, mate, I appreciate that it's work for you. And I really, truly am happy for you. Seriously, but yeah, thank you very much. And no, it's all right. No, it's fine. Yeah, fine, fine. Yeah, but doing spontaneous prayer, I mean, I'm not into that. You know what I mean? Well, that's fine. That's fine, mate. I've got no problem with that.
Just tell him it's between you and God. They tend to leave you alone then.
Yeah.
And you want a life eternal, which is life after.
I try and live a positive life, mate. That's my way. I like to think that Jesus is inside me. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a church. I don't need a book.
When I was saying to you this little prayer,
yeah.
What I'm trying to say, you see the computers, you see the viruses in the phone everywhere, yeah? But viruses in the head as well in a human being. That's like a computer, God's creation.
Yes.
So what happened? The serpent snake lied to a man, and we took that poison. So we got separation.
Yeah.
1, contamination. 2, blindfold. 3, death. 4, fear for everything. So you're living in fear. But if you say, Lord Jesus, I'm sorry, I repent, I've sinned against you and your people and myself. So I believe that your Son of God came from heaven, laid your life and paid my debt. I receive you as my Lord and Savior. Instantly you are down to your heart and your mind. You'll be a new person. Born again of living God. Honest to God. It's a new software. Simple. Your debt has been paid.
I get the rewiring bit. I get that, mate. Totally get it.
Phil, is it Phil, yeah?
Well, fair enough. It's
You can be home alone and just say, look, I need the truth and I want to be set free from all these lies on this earth and I want to live. I want to be peaceful. I want to be happy. I want to have my joy. A creator who created me, I ask you to come in my heart, reveal your truth to me. I want to follow the truth. Simple.
All right. Have a good day, sir.
Right.
Are we going to start again, mate, or what?
I was started before, man.
Come on, man.
Listen to me.
I'm listening.
No, sincerely apologize from my heart. All it was, I didn't see you. I was sitting, and I looked up, and all of a sudden,
forget it, mate. It's gone. It's gone. Because I know you're not.
No, it's funny. No, it's funny now. I can laugh at it now.
It's all right. It's all good. It's all good. But listen, what I do appreciate.
No, I apologize.
No, I know that's all done, mate. We'll forget about that. What?
No, it's cool.
No, I know.
Just let him speak.
What I will say though, and we're all feeling it, there's a paranoia. Everyone has got that element of who do you trust, who do you not trust, and when you're coming out, who's filming me, where's it going to? I get that, and everyone's feeling it. It's like today now with the lack of everyone being here. There's an element of paranoia and fear that's at play in there, you know what I mean? Keeping everyone at bay.
Phil, do you know what it is?
I know, but there must be some Mancunians about, surely. Yeah.
Phil, if you're going to film me, film that, I can do about that. I just like to say, fuck off.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's all, mate.
Fair enough. No, mate, I get it. And I get why, if you've been stung by something, you're a little bit prickly.
But I'm not even, don't bother me, don't scare me one bit. He just likes to say, boom, 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 you won't set me up. Fuck off, do you want? Yeah. No, I get it. So why you've been in Liverpool last week? Why are you the week before? Right. So what's going on then with London? It's still live, yeah. I'm not doing it to catch it up. I just want to get info. You know what I'm saying? So what's happening? I mean, who are you? I'm not asking you to tell me who you're affiliated with, but what kind of group are you with or around that is? That is organising this, because I see you then, I don't see you. No. You're singing, you don't see me. Yeah, well, singing in Manchester a few times. Right, so in Manchester, when it started for about 8 weeks on the trot, I was here in Manchester every week. Right. 8 weeks. Yeah. It was only very, very small numbers. Sure, I've been on this 20 odd years, 22 years. Right. With very small numbers. Yeah. Anyway, I've got things that I'm going to achieve and I need to achieve. And when I looked at the numbers here, I thought it's not worth me being here and the fucking 5-0 blocking me, being on the case where I can go and do my things. Yeah. I've got bigger things to do. I've got things to do regarding getting a message out there. And I thought it's not worth me being in this small little poxy group, which it wasn't, so to say. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't organised proper. I know, but a fight's a fight. It's got to start somewhere, hasn't it? Yeah, definitely. But I've been coming for a long time. Right. But it wasn't organised proper. So where are the others now then? I don't know. Anyway, so what I decided to do, me and a friend decided to just come to the big ones, and then just carry on in between doing what I'm doing anyway, rather than coming here, running the risk of getting nicked, being harassed all the times. I can just go in peace and do what I need to do and then get it out and it's going to be good. In fact, you should do come to the studio. So we're doing music and that. Really? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sounds interesting. So we started this thing called. I don't mind recording now. Really don't mind recording at all.
Yeah.
Right, but if you do come, yeah, just keep it on this. So basically, what we do is we do music.
Yeah.
We do music specifically to get a message out. Yeah, Bob Marley done it.
Right.
Bob Marley done it. Hardcore and straight to the point. And a bit more soul, a bit more sort of getting the message out.
Are you what on your own or
no,
a group?
I write the music. I started writing music. I've done it before. I was just reading a book there called Dave Knight by Dave Knight. You know, obviously, it's amazing. The first paragraph I read was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. I'll tell you what I said. But basically, yeah, I've never done it before. Anything I've done, I've never done it before.
Sure,
I don't go to these for permission to school or anything else for them to teach. Because I know what I need to know or what I want to do. I can do it if I put my mind to it. And of course. So basically, I thought, I'm going to have to go like music. I've not done before. Never done it before. So set out a while ago. Anyway, started writing boom, boom, boom. So I've got quite a few songs kind of are finished. Got girls together because what I was doing I was trying to find singers to sing certain songs, you know, and pay them and that. That's professional singers, but I found them difficult to work with because they come, you pay them, and they won't learn the song proper. Boom, 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 and I wanted them done.
What type of music are you talking?
Do you know when I write a song, people ask me that a lot. Whatever I feel, I don't sit there and go, right, I'm going to write a reggae track now, or R&B or finger. I just feel, so if I feel it, I might be on the bus and it'll come out, whatever comes out, and I think, like, what would suit that like country? You might be reggae, right? Finger, so I've done that. So a few days ago, I did something, and it sounded to me a bit like jazz. Cool. Someone said to me, well, jazz is not, it's not trending now. Well, I'm not doing what is trending. I'm not following fashion.
Doing your own thing.
I don't do it. I just do my own thing.
Good for you.
Do you understand me? A good tune is a good tune. There's only two types of music. A good friend of mine said, well, I won't say a good. A guy I met many years ago was a boxer, a well-known boxer. He said to me, we talk about music. He said, one time, there's only two types of music. I said, don't tell me. He said, that's good music, bad music. So I've never ever forgot it. Do you understand me? A tune. So a few days ago, about 4 days ago, I woke up, about 4 o'clock in the morning, yeah, and I said to my son the day before, we need to write a song, son, off the up, proper, off the up. He said, that's what every song we do, because he has his studios. So I said, okay, we need to write something. Anyway, I went to bed that night, not even thinking about it, woke up about 4 o'clock in the morning, like you often do. And I just had these, I had, I'm not sure, was it a melody? I had a melody in my head. I had a melody. I thought, right. It was only like 10-second long melody. But I can't tell you. I've got to say seconds. I can't even explain a bar to you. Right. You understand me?
Yeah.
So anyway, I thought, boom, 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 boom. I need to remember that melody. I said, don't. And I go to sleep. I'll forget it when I wake up. Right. So anyway, and I thought, half an hour later, get your phone out. Get your phone. So I'm not good with technology phones. So I thought, right, boom, boom, get it on the car, hope it records. So I mean, so it's on the car. So anyway, next morning, falls asleep, 2 hours later, gets it. And I wasn't sure about the melody. Anyway, it come back to me. So I got the piano and I put, like, a pop musician, I put C, B, D.
Right, okay.
I put 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 1.
Right.
2, 3.
Right.
And I took it to my son, play this, what's that, Dad? 1, 1. Play that 3 times. 1, 1. We've done it. The melody was
wicked. So have you got a finished tune now?
No, not yet, but I have got tunes that finished.
Right.
In fact, one of them should be done today, produced today.
Wicked.
Yeah, finished, produced today. It was written many years ago.
And what's your objective when you've done it then?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Are you going to put it somewhere? To where? What on?
Out there to reach a wider audience as possible.
Cool.
Yeah, on social media to reach a wider audience.
Right.
So yeah.
Well, if you ever free, I can come. Yeah, go for it.
I don't sing, Phil. I don't sing because I know you.
What you're not asking me to sing?
No, I don't sing. So what I do, what I've done, in fact, what I've done, going back to what I was saying before, I find it difficult working with people that can sing. So I thought to myself, if I can go out and find some females, mainly because I like female vocalists that got kind of good voices, and I can get them and learn them to sing.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'll get them to practice. Then that's
Have you found one?
I've got 3.
3.
You understand me? So when the Black Lives Matter thing was on,
yeah,
about 2 months ago.
Yeah.
I was there, I was just talking to someone, and a young girl came up to me.
Right.
And she overheard me talking. She went, I'm a vocal teacher. I teach vocals. I said, what? I teach vocals. She's at university.
Wicked.
So she thought we got in touch, and she's the vocal teacher.
Nice.
So every Monday, we're at my son's. I've got 3 girls, and they come. And there was another girl there called Leigh. Her partner, no, not Leigh's partner, Sarah, the vocal teacher. Her partner, they don't even record him. They up and did his song.
Is he the guy with a beard? The New World Order song?
No, he didn't have a beard. No, he didn't have a beard. He's not young, like, he have a beard.
Right, okay.
He done his thing anyway. So she's the vocal teacher, and she was with her boyfriend, good lad. And then there's another girl at the same time called Blake,
right,
who was there, and she stood up against the poem.
Right.
She did a poem, and I heard her speaking, doing a poem, and I thought her voice sounds kind of sweet. So I thought, I wonder if she can up to her. Can you sing? So yeah, I do sing. But I just sing in my bedroom. I'm not a singer as such. I don't go and perform. So I told what I was doing. So I'm looking for someone who can go. So yeah. Anyway, that's it. We all linked up.
Wow.
So for the last 7-8 weeks, I've been a vocal teacher. Yeah. She's done a really, really beautiful prize, and she teaches the girls to sing.
Yeah.
And they're doing that absolutely amazing.
Well, let me know, right? When it's all done, if you want me to come in.
Come on Monday.
Well, yeah, maybe. I am. Where is it based? Right, I'm up that way. I'm up that way.
You look familiar.
I'm up that way. Yeah, I'm up near Reddish.
You look familiar.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's going to be.
Well, yeah, you have here.
No, before that.
Right. Okay. Yeah, maybe we've crossed paths.
I'm sure we have. You look very, very familiar.
Mate,
I want to saw you before.
As long as I don't owe you money. That's the only thing. Go for it.
I'm going to tell you a song in a minute.
What do you think of Black Lives Matter?
What do I think
as
of it?
As a black man, or however you identify.
Do you know what? As Black Lives Matter.
Sorry.
When I first heard Black Lives Matter, this day and age now, I think we've got to be careful in how we're moving. In how we're moving.
No,
so I'm going to go.
What do you think of it as
an organisation?
Yeah.
As long, I couldn't tell you that. The first one I went to was that a few months ago. Yeah, that's the first one I went to. So I can't go deep. I can't tell you because I've never really looked into it.
Do you think Black lives do matter?
I understand what they're saying. All lives matter, but Black lives matter. But they're saying it. The reason why they're saying it is because we're being oppressed more than anybody. That is what they're saying.
Do you think as a black man that you're being oppressed more than?
Me personally, I'm not. I'm fortunate, but I do.
You just contradicted yourself.
No. Me personally, because where I grew up, I didn't contradict myself. Where I grew up, I've been lucky and fortunate enough not to come across and encounter a lot of the shit other people have from other areas. I live in a place called Attersley, yeah, and it's predominantly Caucasian, yeah. And let me just tell you something. My life did matter because I had to get to where I am now. Respect, I'm not saying people love me. I had to fight. I had to do a lot of fighting.
Me too.
I had to do it. I did a lot of fighting. I had to knock a few people out to get the respect I got. I moved up there from Old Trafford. Well, I did. My parents moved up there from Old Trafford. I was 3 years old. 3 years old, leaving the black community to go to a place where it's predominantly white. I went to a school, wasn't no black children in this school. Never seen a black child before. So what I had to go through from this age up to 16 till I realised, bloody hell, I had to.
Is that here now though?
No, for me, it's gone.
So when because I appreciate, I'm 50 years of age. I grew up in Miles Platt in predominantly white area.
What do you think of Black Lives Matter?
Well, I think it's a load of bullshit. Personally, I think it's got a far left agenda attached to it, and it's getting black people to think that they're more of a victim than they actually is. I personally believe that Sorry? Well, after what?
Are you walking? Are you staying here?
Well, I don't know what to do. I mean, there's not a lot happening, is there?
Go on, we'll stay and talk.
Yeah, I want to know a lot more.
No, I personally. You all right, dude? Where you going?
But you know what?
Back to Leeds.
You come from Leeds.
You come from Leeds for this?
Have you come from Leeds?
I don't like
Have you? Oh, mate. I know. Well, what?
Them two of the children matter a lot.
They're the children matter a lot. Katie's just shouting there in the background.
Right. Do you know anyone that organises it in this area?
What was you under the belief? What information was you given that was going to happen today? And not who from, but you know what I mean?
We got it on Facebook, said Freedom March.
Right.
Million feet on down, the one at 6 different cities.
Yeah.
So we come over from Leeds.
Right.
And we've got here. Now we know London is a big one.
Let me apologise for Manchester.
Yeah.
No. Let me apologise for Manchester.
London always is, innit? But I actually thought, because of Liverpool, that Manchester would have a better turnout.
Can you let them know that Children Matter is going to be putting the effort in to make sure that something's there every week?
I've just been told by Katie that Children's Matter is going to try and make sure that something happens here every week, even if it means just a couple of people turning up.
Next Saturday, something's already been put on for next Saturday. Somebody put it on during.
See, this is what is giving people the runaround, though, isn't it? There's too many things going on. Everyone organising flash stuff. Not many people turning up, so then that disheartens people.
It's got to be properly organised.
It has.
That's why
I'll be honest with you, the ones in Liverpool the last 2 weeks have been the best I've been.
They've been brilliant.
What was Liverpool like last week? I think
it was better last week.
Was it?
It was all right. It got shut down. There was a lot of grabbing going on.
Where did you meet at St George's?
It was the same place round the church, and yeah, there was apparently the week before was the best one, and that was the one you were there. That was killed, and then the following week, last week, they made sure that wasn't going to happen, because that building where everyone walked up and sat on the stairs, they totally manned every side of it. They heavily policed it, and they were literally, as people were walking down the town centre, they were just grabbing, and it was creating a load of kerfuffle. And then, what, an hour or so, 2 hours in, there was virtually no one left.
But you know what? Enough love anyway. You come away from Leeds, man.
I know, fair play to you. Fair play.
And I apologise for Manchester.
Yes, mate. You all right, mate? How you doing?
I apologise for Manchester.
Good. Have you come here for this today, or are you just?
Are you all right? You okay?
Well, it was supposed to be some form of like a protest, freedom march, anti-lockdown, however you want to put it, really. And a lot of people were under the impression. I think some people have turned up today and been arrested and been. Yeah, earlier today. So I think they might have just killed it early.
Right. Yeah.
See you later.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I said we need to get more.
Do you hear that, Katie?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Yeah, get your ass in gear, Katie. That's what he's saying. Come on.
Yeah, I'm joking, Katie.
Oh shit! Right.
I'm really into this.
I are.
Go.
And what's your opinion then?
You're not doing the camera.
Don't listen.
Sorry.
You can see I'm all right. Yeah.
Do you know
what I mean?
Do you know Carl Powell?
Carl Power from Miles Platt. Yeah. I know the Powers. Yeah. Mate, Miles Platt born and bred. So
I know you
moved out in the mid-90s. Then that's it really. I went up to Openshaw for a bit. Stayed.
You remember John Dunn and all that then? Bobby Gillette and.
Yeah, vaguely.
Yeah.
But I'm a DJ. I stay out of the way.
What's your name, DJ?
DJ Styles.
Where do you DJ? What do you DJ?
I used to DJ for various radio stations: Pirate, Soul Nation, Sunset.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I used to do gigs, playing mixtapes. No, mate, I'm 50 now. Got 2 kids, married. Mate, standing up till 4 in the morning is not a prospect anymore. Sorry? No, I actually, I just haven't got them because of work now. In the early days when I was DJing, it was feast or famine, so I wasn't working and I had all the energy to be the nocturnal stuff. Now I can't.
Sorry, I was trying to help you then.
I know you wasn't. I know you was. No, that's all right. Don't worry.
How long have you been doing what you're doing?
About 4 years. It was over there. It all started because over there I attended a march, Unite Against Hate, and a lady called me a Nazi.
All right.
Because I attended that march, and just basically said, you're full of it. And it made, because she didn't realise what she was actually doing and who she was doing it to, she kept putting her foot in it time after time, instead of just standing back and going, right, I've dropped a bollock here. Unfortunately for her, there was a guy filming it called Peter Sweden. It went viral. All the world went crazy. And then I set up a YouTube page just going round, just filming marches and, talking about issues. And it's just kind of evolved a little bit.
So I've spoken to you in the last few months, have I?
Well, as we spoke here over the certain marches and whatnot. I've had the odd little word, and you come across a positive guy.
Let me apologise.
Mate, don't worry about it. It's gone. It's done. It's done. That's fine, mate. Thank you for that. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it, mate. I get it. Because the world we're living in now, you almost don't know who you can trust nowadays, and it's like that. Mate, it is like that. It is like that. And to a degree, Katie and I on the other side of the stream have said this. The main reason why I feel a lot of groups break down very early is because of that. Because people can't trust each other, and then people don't thoroughly know each other, and something will happen, and then it'll start infighting, and then boom, breaks every time. Every time.
And plus, we know they put stooges in
and there'll be that provocateurs, and yeah.
The best thing for, I don't like calling powers that be. The arseholes that be, the best thing for them is spies. The biggest is spies, information. There's a great film called Art of War, Sun Tzu. Yes, Sun Tzu. Yeah, and you know what I mean? It's spies. So you can't trust them.
Yeah, it's psychological warfare. What we're going through now.
Without a doubt, yeah. And that's what it is. So, but I was ready to go. I've seen you before a few times.
Yeah, you're terrible.
Yeah.
I know exactly.
Have you been every day? Have you been? Oh,
hey,
you've done it. You've done it first, haven't you?
Go on, mate. Go on.
Have you been?
Yeah,
of course, yeah.
Oh, jeez. Right, well, who are you anyway asking all the questions? I'm not going to point the camera at you, but come on.
Oh, no, I'm just...
You're telling me where to point the camera. You're asking questions and you're saying nada.
I'm going to do a song. I'm going to do a song.
I don't like cameras, I just...
Fair enough.
I'm going to do a song before the goal.
Need some info here, Katie.
No, to Phil.
You know what I mean? It could be an infiltrator here that's touching up my camera, that's getting me to ask questions to individuals. You know what I mean? So I need to get the lowdown here, Katie. Come on, give me some info. Who are you? No, seriously.
Aussie, but I don't like cameras.
Aussie, you don't. That's fair enough. No. So have you turned up for the match
I just can't talk on camera. I just go.
You're not on camera. It's only mine.
Sorry, exactly. Just talk. See what you're doing now. You're consciously making yourself aware, and you're looking at it. Why are you looking at it? You don't have to put your back to me either. This ain't going well, is it?
Do you think Black Lives Matter?
I've already said I think it's a far left organisation that's probably going to ruin black society more than it's there to help it prosper.
Because my understanding.
I'm going to go now. But I want to sing a song, so I want some feedback.
Right, well, let's set it. Let's set it before he goes. Sing your song, mate. Go for it.
Do me a favour.
Yes.
Can you take this off camera because I'm not done the.
So you don't want me to film this?
No, please not. You can.
Yeah, I'll put the screen up and you can show him that it's.
Well, it's actually live at the moment.
I'm alive.
We're live.
Okay,
come on, man, bust it live.
Okay, then I'm gonna go bust this one live.
You're a performer.
But no, this one, the one that I was just gonna do to you, because I've not got the copyright, I'm gonna hold back on that one. The one that I have got the copyright on, I'll do that one then.
Do whatever you feel. Okay. And can I just say, if you do it,
is people watching this now?
How many people's watching, Katie?
We've got 77 on that one. Let me just check rescreened. You've got 77 on my YouTube and your YouTube.
Yeah. So we've got what, 150? Or 77?
Is that million, thousands?
84 we've got in total.
How many?
84 in total on all the streams.
Only 84 people, mate.
84 people.
Come on, entertain the 84.
Wow.
Mate, you're the entertainment because there's nothing all going on here.
Okay, let me do a poem that I've done before.
Yes.
I'll do it now. Let me do the poem next.
Right, okay. Can I just say, as a disclaimer, I make music and beats. So if there's anything that you do now, if I decide to take that and put it on music, have I got permission from yourself to do that, or would you prefer me not to do it? That's fine. Carry on. Fine. Go for it.
Confusion of life again, yeah?
Go for it.
The confusion, 84 people, this is for you and everybody else. The confusion of life. Life's so confusing, don't you think? Like the confusion of life, the confusion of life, the confusion of life, it baffles me so. Am I coming or going? I really don't know. What came first? Was it the chicken or the egg? And why is there wealth while most of us have to beg? Does night follow day or does day follow night? And who is to judge the wrong from the right? Am I living in heaven on earth or in hell? Where are the signs? How can I tell? The palms of my hands, they're covered in lines. There's fortune tellers and zodiac signs. What's the reason for living? Tell me why. Because I was born to live, but I want to die. The confusion of life, it baffles me so. Am I coming or going? I still do not know. My head keeps spinning around and around because this damn world is upside down. I put damn in, I was going to say something else. Thank you.
Well done, mate. Well done. Good words, that. Well done. Mate, it's pity you can't use that. But honestly, you know, you want to throw your stuff out more often. Don't hold on to your own material too much. Throw it out there. People will love it. There's fuck all wrong with that, let me tell you. Right, go for it.
Celestial heaven, where's your face? Have you fallen down from grace or something? You say you're watching over me.
Yes, I'm buzzing.
From a high eternal place. Show me the light, show me the light. Shine on in the midnight. Spin coming for you.
Woohoo!
Celestial heaven, where's your face? Been up in the clouds, been trying to find you. I found the blue stars, moon and Mars, 100 million miles so far. Show me the light, show me the light, shine on in the midnight. I'm high, I'm naturally high.
Yes, mate.
I'm high, I'm naturally high. Yeah. Could it be that heaven's inside of me? A natural mystic energy. I'm high. Celestial. That'll do.
Positive. Positive.
To show, yeah, you can meet somebody, have a little, and just turn it around.
Mate, exactly.
One love.
You know what I'm saying?
A little bit of overstanding.
Done. That happens in life. Got over it, move on.
I love the twirl.
Yeah?
I love the
It worked out, didn't it?
Yeah, the twirl.
Oh, the twirl. I thought you said this world. This world. Yeah.
Oh,
well, I love this world. Do you not love this world?
I've got to go on with you, mate.
I do know.
I love. Yes.
If I give you my number.
I'm probably. Oh, why am I going to do this? Right, just.
Oh, I can see you. We can catch up when I see you again. Because
right, okay, we'll do that because I guess we'll be in Manchester and you're going to be.
I'll see you.
Yeah, mate, we will. Red Pill Phil on YouTube. That's my YouTube page.
Oh, is that you?
Yes.
I was shouting you out. I was shouting you a few months ago.
Really?
Where's Red Pill Phil?
Oh,
is
no way, mate.
Oh,
yeah.
What you for, some? Oh,
no way. Seriously, mate. You know I've been floating about for weeks in and out.
What was you waiting for? Because it was a long time, but it was probably.
Tell him to go on the YouTube channel and check if you don't believe you.
I said to the man, shout Red Pill Phil Steve is here.
Oh, wow.
And he shouted, we couldn't get you.
Oh, no.
So just as I'm going just then,
right?
You just broke it to me.
Yeah. Mate, there you go. So this connection's happened for a reason, even if it started with a little bit of it. Mate, so now you know. Now you know, right? Yeah. If you want any help, interviews, and right, do me a favour, Katie. Just take me out for just 10 seconds, please. So
I can mute you and I can put the screen over.
Okie doke, thank you. Just so I can give over my details.
No worries. Well, you're muted now. I'm just going to put the screen over for people for a second. So don't worry, we are still here in the background. You will still be able to hear me. But it just gives them a little bit of privacy while they're doing their bit and passing over their details to everyone. So that's not a problem. I am still keeping an eye on everything that's going on in London as well. I have got Tyrant's stream still up. They did take a short taxi ride to another park to meet up with everyone again. So they have met up with the crowd. From the looks of it, it looks like they're in Hyde Park. I can't say 100% that it is Hyde Park that they're in. I'm not as familiar with London as a lot of other people are. When Red Pill Phil's ready, he's just going to have to wave in front of the screen. So I'll be able to see that he's ready then. So hopefully he can still hear me. But yeah, as soon as I hear, I'll see Red Pill Phil wave his hand in front of the screen. I'll know to take it back off and unmute him and everything, so that's not a problem. Hope everybody's been enjoying it as well. Tell him to pull He'll open his phone now. Yeah, I said the same thing as well, Jason. If he goes on Red Pill Phil's stream, he'll actually see that Red Pill Phil is actually live now talking to him. Obviously, if you do look, you can see just behind the background, you can still see his camera, but obviously it's not as clear. And yeah, I'm just going to waffle on until Phil decides that he's coming back and he's ready, because that's what I do and that's what I'm here for. So I'm trying to keep an eye on London as well as waiting for Phil to give me the green light that he's back on, either a thumbs up or a wave will do, but I can see that he is actually handing over details at the minute. Looks like the police have come back up in London, but what I'll do, let me see if I can pull Tyrant's stream up while we're just waiting for Phil to come back, so we can have a quick nosy at what's going on over in London quickly. I don't normally put it up on this screen, but I am going to put it up on the screen for the moment. Bear with me, guys. Here we go. So this is London currently. So this is over on Tyrant Finder UK. If you're not already on Tyrant Finder UK, make sure you go over and take a look. I'll put his name up as well quickly so you can see. So London's managed to stay strong most of the day. They have been cut off a couple of times, but they have managed to get back together and they have managed to regroup every time. Sorry guys, it's frozen. You can see police trying to create a gap there, create that space. See, before they start to create even this much space, we need to regroup again, or at least find a way to regroup again. Phil, if you can still hear me, just give me a thumbs up. Just so I know you can still hear me. No thumbs up yet, so we'll go right for now. See, every minute this gap here is getting bigger and bigger. No worries, I think Phil's ready to come back on, so what I'll do is I'm going to mute this again. I'll keep an eye on that, and I'm going to swap over.
Oh.
Yeah, you're back.
Between what is and what isn't, though, that's the thing. What comes to hate speech and what you might depend on content.
You're back, Phil.
And it depends on the individual. Their interpretation, how you feel about it. Well, yeah, what I think of Black Lives Matter.
Sorry, what's that, Kate?
Yeah, are you wanting to come back yet, or do I keep you in the background for a bit?
Well, I mean, I don't know. What do we do here at this point? There's absolutely nada. Teddy's gone, so he's not singing any songs anymore. I don't know whether there's a crew of people over there, whether they're just mates or what, but there seems to be about half a dozen people there. But for all intents and purposes, Katie, just looks like most people are just shopping, masked up, getting on with it, being submissive, got nothing to say, and just want to get back to their lives. So probably they'll be queuing for the vaccine within a fucking week or two once it comes out. And that's all I'm seeing. I'm just seeing fucking ninjas everywhere. And that's it. This is Red Pill Phil talking in Market Street with a load of ninjas around me, feeling very, very, very... Oh, shit. What's going on there? So, yeah, there's nothing going on, Katie. What do you reckon?
Well, it's kicking off massively in London. They managed to regroup yet again.
Right.
The police have just separated them and they've just found a massive gap between the two groups. So I don't mind if you want to jump off. I don't mind going in there, jumping on my stream and covering there, so I can cover it on here if you wanted to. It's
well, yeah, because I mean, I don't want to hold up people's viewing if there's nothing to view. Don't mind staying on if there's something to go on in. You know what I mean? Give something, but I'm not just going to stay here and run round and chat nothing.
I can pull up Tyrants and Subjects streams from London and cover that if you wanted. It's up to you. I can jump off and do it on mine, or I can just continue doing it on here.
Continue doing it on mine by all means.
Well, I'll leave you in the background then, if you want, and if you need help, I need to pull you up. If you wave in front of your camera, I'll be able to pull you straight up.
Right. Okay. So what? You're just going to stay on as it is now, yeah? And then just going to pull me out. Right. Okay. I'm going to stay here for 5 more minutes, and then I'll probably just get going. This lady's pinning me down on Black Lives Matter, even though I've answered it about 4 times.
I've not said out.
No worries. I'll keep you in the background, and if you need me, then give me a wave.
All right, Kia. No worries. Yeah, sorry.
My understanding of.
So as you can see, this gap here has been created massive now. Sorry about that. I'm going to just jump straight on to this one. I'm going to pull up subject one as well.
Plenty of space to work. Plenty of space. Please the aerial. Please the aerial. Go that way. That's correct. Please the aerial. No, around the press, so don't obstruct the press. All right?
This is something we're seeing far too often. Women and elderly being pinned down to the floor, being thrown to the floor, and being dragged off. So I'm just going to get my other screen share up.
You are. No, I'm not obstructing you. You keep walking into the asshole.
We just have a quick look on subjects.
This needs to be tweeted out. This needs to be tweeted. This needs to be screen recorded and tweeted.
Freedom of speech is not an unlawful activity, by the way, guys. I believe you all know that anyway. Oh, hang on a minute. I've just seen Phil put it back on. I nearly missed that. Wait. I nearly missed that, Phil.
Right. You just do Liverpool and Manchester.
Well, I've been staying local, really.
Damn it, I missed it. Never mind. He's got his children metal hoodie out and I missed it. Let's have a look over on subjects. So as you can see, it is covered everywhere. The crowd in London today is huge.
Hello, brother. How are you? And who are you? Who's your username on YouTube?
I'm Thomas Felton. My name.
Is it? Please delete it, bro.
Phil, if you wanted me to put you back on, don't forget to give me a wave so I can see.
We've all got to do it, haven't we? We've all got to do it. They're being brutal. Go get yourself a coffee. I'm going to die. Coffee break time. Oh, there's the queue. maybe I won't wait in there queue. There's that little lady again.
Do you respect the public? Do you respect your own? And then he came at me.
I don't know where everyone's going. Hello, Brad, right? I think we're going this way, isn't it? Can someone give me a location on Fred?
Anyone know where that is? I'm just going to go check Phil's for a second. Hi, Phil, is everything all right?
Yeah, sound. There's a few people that have turned up, a little bit of rocking there. Terry was giving us his renditions before he's now got involved, started doing a bit of dancing.
Brings everyone
but there's, I think they're all there. They're just all stood, probably waiting for something to happen in a sense, but whether that actually comes or not. Someone actually said, fuck it, let's just start walking. You know what I mean? But
well, I just missed it when one of the lads showed you his Children Matter hoodie. I just missed it.
Yeah, his coat's on now and his hoodie's on. Yeah, he's one of your biggest fans, him. Oh, yeah, so, here we go, look, he's taking it. Look, see it, see it. Look, showing it there, look. Oh, look, he's going to do some granddad dancing. And he's got your hoodie on, so, you know, let's hope he busts some moves here now.
But that is great to see.
Yeah, it is. It's good positive vibes, isn't it? When you think of what's going on and how it must make people feel, you know, people being bright and shining through it all, that's brilliant.
I need to find out if they've got WhatsApp so they can send me the pictures of the hoodies, because I couldn't get it on the text messages when they sent them.
Yeah.
So I know that they're after getting some white Children Matter hoodies as well. And every time they see me, they've been questioning me about it.
Sorry, I'm just listening. But having it. Yeah, that sounds a good idea, that, Katie. Seriously. Oh, look, we've got a couple. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, look, it didn't take them long, did it? You know what I mean? Being positive, singing Bob Marley. They might not say fuck all here yet. Who knows? And we were talking about this before, weren't we, Katie? That there's an element, there's such an air of paranoia now. And I feel like a criminal because of the rules that they've outlaid and the fact that I'm out on the street feeling the way I feel. And I almost feel that they're going to just touch me on the shoulder for actually being out and doing what I'm doing. And that's probably, look, they just walked right past. So I had no reason to feel that. But ultimately, with the grabbing and the rules and everything else, I mean, that's how they're making people feel, aren't they? Or is that just me? I don't know.
No, I think that's the way they're making everyone feel.
But they just walked past. Now, considering we're not supposed to assemble in groups, I would have thought that they would have come to these guys. So it's good.
It's good to see that people haven't given up, though. I mean, it's nearly 20:03, and people haven't given up. People are still joining by the looks of it.
Yeah. I think a couple have just broke away now. So, you know, it's a bit of a shame. Yeah.
It gives me some positivity for next week, though.
Of course it does, and people should never give up. Should there? I mean, that's probably the thing to leave with this. Just don't give up. Don't give up feeling positive. There's always hope, and your numbers do matter. You all right, mate? Red Pill Phil on YouTube. Nice one, mate. So you going now, yeah? Right. Yeah. All right. You too. See you later. Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. He soon calmed down. And before you know it, he was singing to me, mate. So, you know, it just... At first, it comes cross, yeah, it's a bit cross wires. Yeah, it was a little bit. And I wasn't expecting that because, like I say, every time I've seen him, he's a positive guy. But, you know, like I say, he's done nothing but profusely apologise. So it's all good. Move on. Red Pill Phil. Red Pill. Yeah, that's it, Manchester. That should be it. That's me, yeah. That one there. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, I'm actually live now. Are you live? Live now, yeah. The bell should be there, shouldn't it? Do you want to pull it up a little? No, if you go back. Right, you subscribe, can't you? There we go, there's the bell. All right, brilliant. Excellent. Yeah, and also that page there is the other channel that's in support of what I'm. Well, it's childrensmatter.news. We try to just collaborate, really, just so we can get more coverage online. You know, trying, mate, trying. We've all got to stick together in it and just keep speaking up, I guess. Oh, it looks like they've gone now. Katie?
Huh?
Did he see need to get a room or what? What's going on? Is it going a bit far, this or what? Is this a bit of dirty dancing we're about to film here or what? You know what I mean? Black Patrick Swayze there, giving it out. What's going on, Katie? Give me a bucket of water.
You've got to be strong in this society. You've got to be strong.
Yeah.
You've got to be mentally strong.
We have to mitigate it. To mitigate. Nice one, sir.
Take care, sir.
Okay. He's doing the rounds. Right, guys, I'm going to get going. I don't know about you. Yeah, just having a walk. Right, why not? Might as well have a walk round, do a bit of building watching.
Oh, McDonald's. Jess is in there.
All we need is hugs.
Oh, bless. Look at this. Look at this. Beautiful couple. Still live. Still live.
All we need is hugs.
Gorgeous, this.
All we need is hugs.
See what coat? He don't want it. No, he's not having it.
Should we do a sing song?
Man, what do you guys do? Smoking, can you?
No, I want to sing as well. 1, 2, 3. All we need is hugs. All we need is hugs.
Ah, brilliant.
All we need is hugs. Hugs. Hugs and all we need. One more time.
One more time.
All we need is hugs. All we need is hugs. All we need is hugs. And a smile, hugs. Hugs is all we need.
Beautiful. Right, guys. Right, Katie?
Yeah.
Right, I think you might as well take me out because, you know, there's more interesting footage. If there's stuff going on in London and other parts, you might as well box that. And I'm going to make my way up back home. And if I've got chance, I'll jump back on if you're still on when I've got back home. And then we'll see what'll go on in there, see if we can kick it on or maybe shut it down. Whatever you want. If you want anyway, I mean, if you want to shut it down now, it's totally up to you.
I don't mind following this. See you back, and then if you want to jump back on, we can. Well, we cover this.
See where it is. That sounds cool. That sounds cool. Give me half an hour, 40 minutes. Going to ride up the canal. It's just started raining now. Thanks a lot for jumping in. And if there's any modders doing their bit, thank you as well for your contribution. I'm sorry it was a bit of a poor show today, but, you know, we've got something. There's still some positivity floating around Manchester.
Give some hope for next week, though, because it shows that people are still willing to come out.
Yeah. Hopefully we need to turn a corner with this, don't we? A bit of understanding so everyone knows exactly what page. And then when you know what page you're on, then you can actually think about planning and doing something, but not when no one knows what's going on. But, yeah, let's hope. There's always another week, isn't there?
There is. Well,
right,
I'll see
guys.
you when you get back home and drive safe.
All right, thank you very much. See you in a bit, Katie. See you in a bit, guys. Love you all. I'm the Pistonators. Ta-da.
No worries, guys. So, yeah, so we're back. This one's with Tyrant, I believe. Subject Access is right behind him. Sorry for the Mitch match live, but hey ho, at least we're covering the day. As you can see, people have had enough. People actually tearing down bollards and putting them across the road to stop police being able to easily make it down. I'm guessing that's the point of it anyway. Okay, let me put the volume back on. Sorry, guys, I forgot about that. How many now sound is going, guys? So, guys, give me a minute. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull the screen up while I switch screens around quickly, because I've got all my notifications come up on that screen, so I don't want people being doxxed. So bear with me a sec. Sorry about this, guys. But it shall be back, and it shall be back better. There we go. That should be better. That guy in the red robe was there on the 26th when I was there as well. He seems to be there every week. There's another guy that walks around with him as well in a white one. Go over check Tyrants. You can actually see the frustration that people have got with what's going on, with the fact that it's not very many demos where they've actually taken things out into the road to make things difficult for the general public around them. But this is what the police have driven people to. But look at the turnout, guys. This is just a bit further behind, I think. Sorry, guys. See what angle it's got. Tyrant's got the angle there. So it looks like Tyrant might be a bit further ahead. The amount of police it's taken for one person, and they've got his head. Pulling running backwards with someone's knee in their back. That doesn't work.
Come on. Go down there. Let's go.
They're going up there.
Come on, this way, come on.
A couple of seconds behind, sorry guys. So I'm getting ready to move in on someone else again.
Be the ball protected! Be the ball protected! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up!
Tyrant's feed's a bit fuzzy. The sort of unity that we need to see coming together in all towns all over Manchester, Liverpool, everywhere. We need to see this sort of communities coming together and standing with each other. Make sure you go over and give it a thumbs up, guys. Tyrant and subject. Tyrant Finder UK and subject access.
Press the button.
Are they actually letting people out of the bus? Or not? I want to start seeing every local towns like this. Everyone's local town. You need to start doing this, guys. You need to start doing this. You need to start coming together. Even if it just starts off with a couple of yous to begin with. Oh, police are moving in. They might want to run. Wow, what the hell?
The person getting arrested now is the organiser of Save Our Rights.
If you pull down these barriers, guys, you need to make sure you leg it first. Well, leg it as soon as. Wouldn't even give yourself a chance to look back. I'd run straight out to check tyrants.
Yeah. Oh.
Fortunately, I can't use 2 screens to do this. I have to keep flicking back and forth between one screen. This is just ahead, guys. Keep sharing this, guys. Try to cover active and subject access and Tyrant Finder UK.
Sorry, you alright?
Sorry, guys, I'm too used to a lot of them being together.
Been arrested, yeah.
Normally, I'd agree with no need to vandalise, but if you look at the way that they've been attacking people for no reason and how they've been attacking people, then, you know, it gives you a different stance. As long as they're not being violent, causing some disorder, sometimes it's called for. But I do agree. If you're going to do something like that, you have to do it smart. You can't do it when you're kettled. But as you can see, they've moved the vans in now, so people need to try and find, yet again, another way of everyone meeting up with each other again. So I think Tyrant's on one side of the police barricade, there's a police barricade there, and I think Subject maybe on the other side of the police barricade, although I'm not sure, as Tyrant may be down here somewhere. As you can see, it looks like we have overwhelming numbers in London. The problem we've got is the police don't hold themselves accountable to the law and actually step above the law in many circumstances. Where you see that they've been nabbing people and beating them on the heads with batons when there's been no need for it. I personally witnessed an old woman getting dragged off a chair, pulled into the police crowd by her stick and then pushed onto the ground by the same police crowd. But if these guys can keep doing what they've done all day and keep meeting up with each other and keep regrouping, it'll be massive.
I'll give him a ball. Uh-oh, they've just hit us. Three of my fingers.
See what I mean about them beat? And this is where the tables fucking turn. This is where you see the tables starting to turn now. This is what they're pushing upon people. Tyrant's got the upper angle. See Tyrant firing over here. Grab up from that angle. Okay, police have pushed the luck with a lot of people. A lot of people have had enough.
Fucking hell, that was mental. I think that guy got away.
Alright, people, let's go. Keep moving. United we're strong. Divided we fall. We need people
people to stand together and unify now for peace, truth and love. We need to take our freedom back. Stand up! Stand up! Stand up!
State sanctioned authority!
Stop! Stop! Stop!
This is where it shows we need to stand together. Subject just barricaded himself. There we go, lads. I can't blame people for being angry. I mean, we've had our kids being ripped from us. We've had our rights stripped from us in the most brutally grotesque, torturing way. You can't blame people for lashing out. Finally, after so long, and this stuff has been going on for years. This has been decades in the making.
This is Regent Street, I believe. Yep.
Simon's down the other side. So as you can see, when people notice the police are barricaded in one way, they start moving off into a different way. It's not always the best thing to do, but all cops are bastards. Can't disagree with that with what I'm seeing. Good cops seem to throw in the towel and walk away and run away and leave the public to fight. Let's check on Tyrant, see where Tyrant's up to. Tyrant needs to try and find a way out of there. Hopefully the guy's got a loop round. Yeah, it looks like they're looping back round by the looks of it, by the direction that they're heading. There's a looping back round, that's great. Yeah, it looks like they're looping back round. Let's see where fucking Tyrant's up to, sorry guys. I'm hoping that they're looping back round and they're going to meet up with him again. Hopefully that's him looping back round. Still massive numbers there, guys. We've tried to break them up several times today already, from what I've witnessed. They've even had to get a taxi at one point to regroup up with everyone else, but they managed to do it. See what Tyrant's up to. I was like, please get Mason moving position down there. So Tyrant really needs to keep going. See if we can get a message to him, shall we?
There's voice chatting on here. Just voice chat me on here, because if you call me, it will drop the screen.
Hopefully he's seen that message. He seems to have picked up his pace a bit.
Hi mate, I just saw that you logged into my account. Let me know when you're going to go live so I can sort things out for you. So you said it was around 6 o'clock, yeah? Hello mate. Oh, fuck yeah, it's fizzling out now. It's fizzling out. Right.
Hey Al. Just double check on Tyrant.
I'm going live in France later. I'm going.
Tyrant's still moving, but he's not caught up with everyone yet.
I'm going live in France. Yeah. So I've got someone there that's going live for me. There's a protest there, so it's going to go. As soon as this one finishes, they're going to be jumping over to that one.
You're like the overlord.
Yeah, man.
Nice. It's going live on your channel.
Yeah. Contracts up.
Yeah, he's gonna go live.
I don't know how good it's going to be because he hasn't got any equipment, just his phone. But still. About 6 o'clock. Yeah. People are getting around. Oh.
Check on Tyrant
Until later
again,
when it opens again. A good state of it. Like a mop.
Look at the amount of police they've got ready already.
Active Patriot, I didn't even know he was here.
It's for the unity!
Looks like Tyrant's on the right track though, we're catching up with him. So long as they keep going round to the right, we should be right. Hopefully they'll catch up with him soon. They've got to be getting closer to each other.
I think this protest is virtually finished now.
So Tyrant's getting up to.
I'll keep it going a bit longer.
They still could be up. Looks like Tyrant's getting close.
Like some people to roughly in Paris. When I get a link or when we go live in Toulouse, get a link on there for Toulouse. Right guys, I'm just telling my guy in France to go live. And I wait, once he's live, I'll send you to that live. I'll send you a link. We'll get the link spammed in the chat. And we can all go over and watch Toulouse protest.
Let me switch over to Tyrant.
Yeah, vaguely, yeah. Yeah. Yes, yes, there's you, brother. Oh!
Magda, could you send that me on Facebook, please? And I'll pull that up as well.
Sweet. Have you? Oh, we all know that, don't we? We all know that. Yeah. Give it a card, isn't it?
So I'm just trying to catch everything.
Mate, I'll give you a plug on your book. When you release it, give us a shout and I'll do a book launch, right? That's my card, right?
So I'll do, put while Tyrant's doing that, and I'll put subject access back on.
I am, mate, yeah, sorry, I was in another line. I've got everything, man. Starting to get a bit like heated, yeah. Yeah, there's people patterns with Cheers, man, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks
Dave.
for watching.
Is it a video you sent me or a picture? Because it looks like a picture. Oh, that's so zoomed in. And it just looks like a picture, man. Monk Dave.
Free us back, and that's the taker, peacefully, with love and compassion. Freedom! Together we stand, divided we fall. Right, guys, freedom fighters, let's keep moving. The police are going to find the thing, let's keep rolling.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. It's giving me flashbacks. Where exactly was it? Was it just down there? Was it just down there?
I'm going to leave you with the stream for a minute, guys. Won't be a second. And hello, Grenadier Guardian. It's good to see you on here.
France stream. Once I get a link, I'll post it in the description. And you can all go over there.
We're continuing in London, though.
Yeah.
Freaking live. Help me here. Throw me a bone.
Thank you all for coming, guys. Thank you for stand up. We love you guys. We couldn't be here without your support. Next time we have to do things better and stronger. I'm going to end my side bit here, but if you guys want to go on Parliament,
Yeah, they stop here. They're like, why are you not cutting us here?
I think I might go now.
The fish came in.
I think it's over.
The panda price.
That's yeah. Right, I think that's done.
You're done. We're here. I'll keep going. Go here, guys. I'll be live. Long time. Immortal Aliens live now.
Bye, guys.
We have 1,000 people. If you want to watch in London, I'm live now. It's going to be live for a while. Immortal Aliens on YouTube. If you want to see France, then stay here and it's going to switch to France, right?
Yeah.
There you go. So you have a both.
All right, guys. Top man. We'll see that guy. Get up to 6.
Come on, let me get it to 6.
Yeah, where's Tyrant Finder? Okay, guys, just waiting on the link to the front stream.
Look at Tie Finder's definitely catching up, doesn't it? Hopefully it is.
Right, I'm going to end it.
The subject's jumping off. I missed that guy's stream. I didn't see what that guy said he was.
He's doing France. If you check France.
France have already got their fires going, apparently.
I do actually want to have a nosy at France as well, so I will bring France up when he puts the
I like the water cannons in France. No horses.
whatever it is in the description.
No horses.
They didn't play enough.
Guillotines.
Yeah, it never gets old.
So we,
summer, winter.
so we,
Just refresh it. Sorry, guys.
They're coming down. Thank you guys. Welcome. Look, now you have him in third person. See the first cam. If you come to Immortal Aliens, you have the third view. Thank you.
Have a look, see if we can find it.
all right, guys. Thanks for joining today. Thank you very much for all the donations. I'm going to send you all an email personally. Thank you very much.
Let's jump up back over to active Tyrant. Sorry, we're doing that.
Yeah. Thank you. Helen, thanks.
Still live. Right.
Thank you. Thank you for everyone who's donated today. Won't be able to. I'm talking to people. I wouldn't be able to.
Give a stream up as well.
Continue. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I've got it up. I'll put it on here as
Put the
well.
lights on.
So I've got it up as well. So subject access.
Left here. Thank you.
So it's gone off the screen for a second. While I was talking to subject, see if we can catch up.
It allows me to continue doing what I'm doing. He's ended. Yeah, he knows I'm going to Tottenham Court Road station. Thank you, everybody.
We've got Daddy Dragon as well. We've pulled Daddy Dragons up. A couple of different streams that we've got going on now. See, Daddy Dragon's still about as well.
I don't have any courage. 2.1.
Hey guys, just show you France quickly.
Yeah, please.
So this is over in France right now.
Oh, mate, they're not waking up quick enough, are they? Yeah. Well, no. It is getting a nightmare.
I did get a Facebook link, but it's only showing me as a picture. It's not showing me anything other than that picture. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to see something on here anyway. No worries, I am going to keep an eye on Immortal Alien's stream as well.
Access live in France.
I'll do what I do. I'm going to mute Tyrant though while we're doing this, because we have got Daddy Dragon over there as well. Immortal Alien's still pottering around there, so I will come back to that. Have a listen. It's relatively quiet for a protest. Numbers speak a lot more than they do actions. If it was in German, I'd be able to translate, but unfortunately, it's not in German, it's in French. So I can't translate it for you. But I do kind of want to keep an eye on London as well. The Tyrant's still on the move. Can't tell if there's anybody even still around there or if everyone's just moved on now. Yeah, Tyrant's still on the move. So yeah, we'll have a listen anyway.
Yeah, thanks. When you go live, and I'll post a link.
Turn it down a bit, so we'll have an audio. Hopefully, they'll still be going on.
Where's Tyrant? He's missed it in action.
I saw him going down Regent Street.
Right. Where are you? We are African Center Point, Tottenham Court Road, experimentalist.
The numbers seem to have disappeared while they've been having a natter. Unfortunately, but It's been a good day for London. London should be proud of its numbers today.
I mean, you've been tired. I'm sure he's fine. And the backstage of subject access. This is how it's offline. They'll feel like awesome.
So I'm going to try and keep an eye on everything.
T-Fuck is okay. Oh, we have another sub-train. Thank you very much, guys.
Hopefully they'll be able to catch up to wherever the numbers have gone to. I don't even know if that's their plan, to be honest. We're going to keep nattering until Red Pill Phil gets back, just in case he wants to come on and do something.
Salisbury. Baba.
I found today Andrew's restaurant's been boarded up.
Boarded up.
And Fake Boss has also been boarded up.
Oh, fuck. Fake boss, but the real boss is Kevin.
Real boss is still there.
Hell
And Andrew's no more.
Looking out my window to see if the fucking sirens are near mine, just in case. Yeah, thank everybody who's come on today to join. Thank everybody who's shown support and everything. You've been absolutely amazing. Hopefully,
continue the legacy.
Hopefully they'll be able to catch up with everyone again shortly, if that is the plan.
You'd also need half the ITV like presenters and stuff.
Right.
They're going to have to find a new.
Did subject lose his phone? No, he didn't lose his phone. Why keep saying people say subject access got cancelled. Subject access lost his phone. Subject access got arrested.
So guys, if you've not already gone over to subscribe to Mortal Aliens, go over and have a noser. So catch up with
Joe, we got a problem.
That's one of the channels.
Yeah, he said.
Tyrants, find them.
I got arrested. I was watching it. And I was like, no.
So let's switch over to Tyrants one. Didn't realise Tyrant had found him. Oh, it just ended. Never mind. Didn't realise it had already ended. Just gonna keep doing this until it goes off. Sorry guys. This is the one we want then.
T-Fuck. Yeah. No, don't end it. Join us here.
So go on to Immortal Aliens.
For the after party, we're live.
After party. Immortal Aliens.
Just go here. We're live now. We're live. We'll be live.
Well, it's good that we managed to finally catch up with each other.
On YouTube. Just join us here. Still live.
Yeah, go over there a minute. I might be live in a bit. I need to get something to eat and drink.
Yeah, I'll still be around, so you'll still see him.
Everybody, I'll go live again in a minute. Now, go over to Innies.
Immortal Aliens is here. I'll be here. We're live. Yeah, man.
Tell subject access. That is French stream is sideways and unwatchable.
Who's? Oh, his stream. Shit.
Bye, guys.
We're here. We're coming back.
375 days.
Yeah.
How you doing, brother?
This is the side of demos that a lot of people don't get to see, is when people actually meet up after when the job's done or ended up being done.
That's saying something kicking.
Thank you, man. I'll go over and check that in a second. Just bear with me a sec.
There is a Tesco there, so we can do both. Join the. What is it? Oh, Piccadilly is not far, it's just over there. Tyrant, hey, welcome Tyrant Finder people. Welcome to the chat. 1K incoming, yeah. Subscribe, we'll be live for a while. Subject access, Tyrant Finder. If you don't follow them yet, make sure to follow them up. And also Shape, subscribe to his channel. Put your link. Exclamation mark Shape in the chat. That way you can subscribe to the channel too. While we're at it. Thank you for subscribing, Diamond.
You're Marty, because I know Marty. Yeah. And he turned up for my mate's work in Slough. My mate works for Slough. He turned up on Wednesday. Yeah.
Thank you, BTG.
And then he put the thing on, but I believe you. He's a couple.
He threatened to rape my wife. And it wasn't me that went to the police, it was my wife.
To be honest, mate, I think he's out with that. I'm not going to go into that.
Mate,
I know with you, but with a lot of other things.
Oh, yeah, he is, mate. I do believe he needs to. He can't anger on the fucking
Thank you, guys.
and shit like that. Drugs,
I know him through other people, but in terms of my mate's work, wow, it's on YouTube. So, you know,
yeah,
that's my best mate.
Is it? So basically, he knows you. He knows you. I'm getting yeah, it wasn't me.
That's the guys. Catch up for the comments.
Friend to come down and rape my wife and put her in the car. My wife
Right, I'm on it. Let me have a look.
What is Big K?
It was the case of, he said, like, well, the reason why he did it is because.
Sorry guys, bear with me a sec.
Right, he thought he could destroy my channel.
I won't worry about it.
Sorry, I'm just waiting for my computer to catch up with me. My computer's not exactly like me.
Billy.
I don't say nothing there, I would have said that.
People are saying go to Piccadilly. Should we go to Piccadilly? It's nearby. Guys, Piccadilly, something is picking up. Yeah, we'll just find a shop on the way there.
Yeah.
Sure. We'll just go in a straight line towards it. Thank you very much for subscribing, David, Robin.
Just pause this a second.
The channel a lot.
I won't pause it. I'll let it run in the background.
Speaker's Corner. Oh shit. Local experimentalist says.
So this is
check
France.
out local experimentalist. He's live right now.
Paris. You got people actually jumping up and spray painting the cameras.
He's in Hyde Park at the moment. We're gonna go to Piccadilly and he's in Hyde Park, so we're gonna have two different perspectives. Yeah, see you after.
Hi Phil.
Oh there, you alright?
Not too bad, how are you?
Yeah, just got back. Needed something to eat, starving. What have I missed?
Well, we've just been covering London, but this is France. What's on the screen now? This is currently France. We've just caught someone spray painting one of the cameras. But apparently they've been setting vehicles on fire and everything over in France. So we've literally just put that up. There are still a couple of people in London still, but the police have, the amount of times they've tried to disperse them, they've not managed to disperse them yet.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I can see stuff going up in flames over there.
Wow. So that is what is construed as civil unrest over in France then, to a degree.
Yeah. Let me just get the share link for everyone.
I mean, there'll be a lot of people that will want that here, you know, because they're that exacerbated.
Well, one of the things that I covered on the London one while you were on your way back was people actually in London were taking the COVID barriers and actually throwing them across the streets. One guy got nicked by one copper. So a guy actually jumped over the barricades, grabbed the copper, and then he don't manage to leg it away as soon as the other coppers come in. So I think England's catching up because I think the people have reached the end of their tether now.
Well, yeah, babe. I could call you babe. My wife's chatting in there. I'm sorry, Katie.
Right. I'm used to fucking London. I'm used to talking to Londoners, and I'm used to it anyway.
Right. I don't know. There's just
Hyde Park now.
Is it?
Yeah, apparently. No, that one's
unavailable.
Yeah, that one's gone off already. Yeah, but I have got a couple of lives up. So here we've got Daddy Dragon's stream. This is currently near Hyde Park, I believe. This is just come up. So this is over in the UK, so you can see the people actually pushing the police back now.
There's my nephew there.
Bloody hell.
He gets about.
It's good though.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, they've been cutting them off all day in London, and every single time they've managed to loop back round and meet up with each other again.
So that'll go on all night in London. You can see, can't you? There's just too many people for it to be affected in that way, you could argue. And it's too vast an area as well, isn't it?
Well, yeah. And the amount of back ways there is everywhere, and the streets bend into each other anyway.
In terms of the arrests and stuff, how's that been handled?
A couple of people have been slammed to the ground, pinned to the ground, thrown into shop shutters, even through back. One of the guys was actually pushed through police barricade. That was the one where another guy went over and actually grabbed the copper.
Right. I've just got to say, totally change the subject. There's someone in the chat here called Mandy Moo, and I'm presuming it's a lady, was asking and relaying a story. It was almost like yesterday. She had really something to tell over the comment section, and she asked pretty late on when we were talking about an interview or something. So I just wanted to reach out to her and say, yeah, if you could get in touch with either me, a Great Brit, my mother, certainly have a chat in the future about that. So yeah, I've sort of changed the subject, but I just, because I've seen the avatar there, I thought I'd mention that.
No, it's perfect, because she has been putting a couple of comments in as we've been going on anyway.
Right. As you know, Katie, we're always here to listen.
Right, we are 100%.
Really violent arrest Toddy's put in. Not sure where.
Yeah, she's also put in, they've adopted Liverpool's technique of keeping moving.
Yeah. Look at this now. I mean, look at the attire. You know, you think to yourself, how much is all this costing? And is it helping? Is it helping?
Well, it shows how many people are actually waking up, which gives everyone a bit of encouragement and a bit of faith. And seeing the way that a couple of the people today were kicking off and the way that they actually retaliated to the police, it just screamed to me that the people have had enough now.
You know what, Katie? If that is the case, do you think it's going to end well if people do decide to take it up a notch?
I don't think it's going to end well regardless. We either submit, and it ain't going to end well for us anyway. We fight back, and for our generations, it ain't going to end well for us. But, I mean, all we can really do is plan for a better future for our kids, plan to put a better future in place for our kids so our kids never have to do what we're doing, suffer like we are suffering, and confront police that we don't want to have to confront.
Yeah, no, it's not that I'm feeling kind of lost in all this at all. It's the forward projection. There's a lot of people are lost. We're all lost, aren't we? And that's what's really shining through with this. There's an element of desperation here because people don't know what else to do. We don't know whether at this point, I don't know whether we're doing right for wrong in a sense that, of course, we're doing right, standing up for your freedoms. But it's the intelligence behind it that I'm wondering, is this the best course of action to get? I mean, you know.
We've tried everything else, though.
I know.
There's people that have joined Children Matter that have been doing this for over 30 years, and it speaks volumes. And the fact of the matter is, they've got away with the corruption for so long, it's become normal to them. It's no longer corrupt. It's just the norm. It's just life. When it's not that way at all in the slightest. But that's what they're bred to believe. That's what they are in drilled into their brains.
People are going to love their certitude.
That's a line from Aldous Huxley, and that's it. Is it people love the fight? Some people are not brainwashed, so they can kind of fight through it, and it doesn't really faze them. The people that castigate those that do that, they're expressing more love for the certitude. You know what I mean? Love for the materialism that's kind of keeping them in a kind of debt slave mentality. The loving the adorning of deityism with the entertainment and whatnot. And I mean that's almost just as bad as what we're facing. You know, it's people love it. People love it. So even though these guys are fighting for freedom in very different countries all over the world, and you know they're feeling oppressed on so many different levels, because like you say, this is not all about interpretation of the COVID now. This is probably proper oppression being just exacerbated, and this could be the fueling factor that, I wouldn't say kicks it off, but kickstarts something into a more serious campaign, you could argue, what you would class as real dissident behaviour.
Definitely. So this guy is actually on his way down to Trafalgar. He's been covering most of the demos all day. Immortal Aliens is his YouTube channel, and just flicking through him, and it looks like Danny Dragon's moving away from the police, and as he's on his way down there, I thought his might be the screen to put up.
All right, well, while I'm here, let me just check something. All right, okay. Oh, that was yesterday. I just seen Roxanne was a post of Roxanne's this morning, but it must have been, unless the post has been taken down, because it's not on a site, unless she's using someone else's site. So, yes, Brett's in the house.
Yay, woo!
Yes, Carl. Thank you, mate. Yeah, the 77th Brigade, they're out and about. They're out and about, and they're literally watching everything out there. They must be. But I guess, you know, Katie, a lot of this, you've got to lose the fear of what may happen and where the direction of this is going. I mean, for all intents and purposes, your normal everyday life might be absolutely sweet. It's just in terms of what's going on around you, you can see it and you can feel it. And it's almost becoming not emotional now, but, you know, the element of depression and anxiety it's causing, particularly because of the interpretation with each individual within their own family. You know, if you can't see your grandma, if you can't see, you know what I mean? People that have died that they might not have been able to see. So it's becoming emotional now. This is another driving factor. But so like you said before, I mean, just sticking to what's good, keeping yourself mentally and spiritually high and alert through this time, because this ain't good viewing. And on a repeated week, watching people getting treated like this, knocked back like this, it's not good for people who are truly awoke and are kind of disenfranchised from this life, because I almost feel that a little bit. But it's not good to watch your fellow brethren who feel like you on a weekly basis just getting shunted about like this, and, you know, castigated in the press as if they don't mean fuck all, and they are worth fuck all, in a sense that they're almost like murderers. You know, it's quite profound. It's quite profound.
It's disheartening to see, but it's one of them. I mean, like, nothing we're fighting for has ever been easy.
Yeah. And someone's just asked, what is the 77th Brigade? Right, okay. I don't know whether I've still got that clip up. Or I still have it up. Might have got rid of it. No, I haven't. Right, just one. I'm just going to butt in with this clip. Okay, right. For whoever that chat was, I think it was Walter somebody, the 77th Brigade announced themselves to the world with this press conference.
With our 77 Brigade, helping to quash rumours from misinformation, but also to counter disinformation. Between 3,000 and 4,000 of our people have been involved, with around 20,000 available the whole time at high rate.
There you go.
They're basically the top range information gatherers that they've ever got out there, and they are brutal.
Yeah, psychological warfare. So they utilise the cyber.
Yeah, the techies. So it's one of them. The thing with techies is they're so disassociated from society, normality, community, everything like that. You know, so yeah.
Well, we're under that, and it's not just the 77th, it's every device you use, everything, you know what I mean? The Internet of Things, it's all potentially there as what the 77th are doing. It's mining your information and doing all kinds of stuff in the background. Same again, you can't go into deep depression over this. You've got to just live your life, and that's probably the best way of dealing with it, living your life and act like you don't really give a shit about it. But at the same time, live your life that is not going to succumb to it at every whim, like people who are loving the servitude. It's the bit of the two, innit? And Brett, mate, thank you for that. Yeah, that was a bit of a mad one with Terry, wasn't it, earlier, Katie?
It was a bit, yeah.
What did you make of that?
I think that was a very, very sensitive situation that could have gone any way. And I think you did handle yourself very well.
I mean, he profusely apologised afterwards and whatnot. It was just one of them. It was just so surreal. I'm not expecting it from him. You know what I mean? Because he's come across so laid back and chilled over the weeks that I've been filming him on the marches. He's always been Bob Marley-esque. So he's always, you know, peace and love and hugs. And I've got nothing bad to say. So, it must have been sheer paranoia, because if people don't know what I'm talking about, I just literally roamed up to a group of people that I know that had been at various marches in Manchester. So it wasn't like I was just encroaching on strangers. And I just generally asked the question, what's going on? Is anyone? And there was a chap that's there that had been repeatedly at Manchester, and I think I've seen him at Liverpool. And he just literally got all paranoid because I had two cameras on a pistol grip, and he's like, "Are you filming?" He's filming live, and kind of turned, and his tone got like almost a little bit aggressive. I thought, no, dude, don't do that. You know what I mean? You're quite happy when everything's going well to be filmed, and when I'm in a public area, and so we kind of had a little bit of a chat. He went and walked off and come back a little bit, and then before you know it, we're best of mates. We exchanged phone numbers, and he's singing songs on my freaking stream and dancing with women up Market Street. So I don't know what was going on there. He's obviously had some knocks, and it's one of them. He just kind of...
I think it was only a few minutes before I went live where we were saying about the paranoia and with everything that's going on anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's funny, I'm thinking, oh, not again. You know what I mean? Not again. Take a day off for this shit, Katie. I mean, I had Red Cat Man going on with himself. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I don't need this. I'm not going in and trying to be the big King Willie here at anything. I was just asking a basic question. I didn't confront him. But like I say, it's like that really tells about where we're at. People are really mistrusting of everyone. And, that's going to run through, innit? It's crazy times. But yeah, it all ended well. Totally forgot about it. No grudges from me, and I'm sure not from him. And he didn't realise that I was Red Pill Phil as well. So I think he's going to think he might feel a little bit of a summit tonight. But yeah, fine. He's a great guy. He is a great guy. We can all have days like that where we just react the wrong way. You know what I mean? We can all do that. So, you know what I mean? It's one of them, innit?
Yeah, definitely. We do all go through it. I think he's getting close to where he's supposed to be.
Right.
See, well, you keep seeing police cars and flashing lights everywhere in it.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'm glad it ended up like that because it ended up being a relatively friendly and positive stream.
What we just done
with Terry, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was sound. Yeah, it was sound, and there was people there. There was literally some people that turned up, and as you've seen, they were just stood. I was just hoping that just more people would turn up. Here we go. Looks like he's on scene now.
This is what I mean. This is what they've been doing all day. Every time they split them up, everyone's just grouped back together again and found each other.
Yeah.
The lads actually took a taxi ride earlier in the day to actually regroup up with everyone.
Hey up.
Do you want to put volume on or?
Yeah, might as well shove it on. Be interesting to see what she's saying.
Let me know if you need it up or down a bit.
Hundreds of us, weren't there? And there were smoke bombs, and we literally were like, get out. And they pushed them out the gate, and that's when they went to arrest someone. Yeah.
I mean, I've been doing the live stream. Yeah. But
smoke bombs.
Yeah, there were quite a few people kicking off earlier. They were even throwing in the gates and the fences and the barriers at the police.
I don't need that. That's secondary. Thank you.
Wow.
I can actually try and pull it up if you want.
It's okay.
Yeah. See, the problem you've got with this elevation, they are just going to marginalise people even more, aren't they? I mean, how's that going to look to the average person when they're showing images of people throwing gates and just losing it? They are going to be deemed reckless, and that's why I always think, as much as you probably can't help the inevitable, I just think it's never going to end well with that direction.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? But I hear you. I do hear you, Katie.
It's just got to a scary point, and it where people have said enough. Let me just mute this a second. I'll bring this screen over as well. This was earlier in the day on Subject Access's stream. So this is only a couple of minutes ago. But you'll actually see in a minute on coming up what they were doing with the barriers. I might see if I can speed it up a bit. This is what they were doing with the barriers.
The time has come.
That's pretty bad, that, isn't it? Pretty bad.
Yeah. It didn't get better. So let's get forward a bit.
Yeah. Oh.
Try to find where. Try to remember, because I was watching that many bloody screens. I'm trying to remember where everything was.
Louise has just been done.
But I'll turn that right down anyway. Because this isn't, it's the back end of the video anyway, the stream. It's not even ended that long ago either, to be honest, even though it looks like it was filmed way earlier on. It wasn't even, this part wasn't even that long ago. I think this might have been actually after the guy who jumped over the, he got pushed into the barriers. See if I can figure it out.
Police are heavy-handed in Speaker's Corner. Don't know whether this is going on now or whether it was at some other point.
I'll be this one. He's just got to Hyde Park. By the looks of it. Either that one or... What is it? I don't know if this one's ended. I think this one might have ended. It doesn't say it's ended. See if he'll catch up. Oh, he did. Oh, he's buggered off. Yeah, so this is the guy who's gone down to... Not sure where he is there, though. Still moving people on.
It was 20 minutes ago, he said. Oh.
This is one earlier on. I think it actually might be here, actually, where the guy gets pushed into the barriers. If it is, that's just going to be perfect timing that it's actually going to come up then. See, I'm not sure because they walked around that many times today, but just the numbers were extraordinary.
Good to see.
Yeah, it is definitely. Even though people were fucking treated brutal, it was still amazing to see it.
That's what you want. That's what we need more than anything, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's breaking the cycle. Herd immunity.
Exactly. Yeah, let's push the barriers.
What the hell?
As soon as the other team moved in, they gave up, but...
See, they're starting throwing stuff now. Right, so this is where it started initially.
Yeah, but you can't blame them for how it started. They pushed them through.
Tell you what, there was no need to push him through that barrier. And it's same again. Hundreds of people walk past, one person gets maliciously treated like that. It doesn't make any sense. There's no continuity at all. Stupid.
It just shows how far down we've come. But the thing is, you can see why they got the retaliation that they did when they do that to someone, and they just walked up from the opposite direction. It's not like anyone did anything.
If they wanted to grab him, Red Pope, Defo MI5. I noticed that someone's walking around in, I don't know, was it a woman or a man?
It's a man. He does it every weekend, every Freedom demo. On the 26th of September, he actually pushed his bike past me and it caught my leg and my knee brace. And he carried on walking and I gave him a mouthful. Later on, come back and apologise.
There you go. I mean, this is just some silly game. It's almost like, who do the police think they are? You know, doing this to people? Playing these stupid games.
I 100% agree. I mean, you can see it in the bullies. I mean, it's just that obvious. Subject kind of blocked himself. He didn't realise it was barricaded off.
So they're coming back round for these like now, or are they
coming back round?
Oh. This is fucking daft, isn't it?
So most of the people that they arrested that day, today, was women and elderly.
Yeah, Neil, we were saying this before. We actually don't know whether we can't say whether it's all done to get a reaction, but the bottom line is it doesn't really matter because the outcome is still the same. It's getting that reaction, even if they don't mean to do it, even if you have got the odd one who's negligent, even if they're thinking, let's do it to wind them up. It is slowly working, isn't it?
It is. It is. That's what I said. People are either submitting to the fear, falling for the fear, or just submitting because it's too hard, it's too much to deal with. It's too much effort. It's too painful. It's too this, too that, to the other. But it's always going to be. No matter when we decide we want our rights back, it's always going to be a difficult thing to do.
Of course it is. It's making the point that you're not a wrong 'un for doing this, and that.
I mean, look how hard people fought for our rights in the first place.
No, it's the usual though, isn't it? A lie gets round the world or halfway around the world before the truth gets its pants on, and they're doing it every time. You know, the headlines tomorrow, these guys are going to be deemed reckless when they're not. But the throwing of stuff's not going to help, although it might have made them feel better at that point. Ultimately, I think that's going to work against them before it'll help them. And the other thing that we've got to consider with this, Katie, when you're going down that road, you really are tapping into people that are wrong-uns that are just going to turn up just for the crack, just to start throwing shit at the police. And that ain't no good when you've got women and children and you want it all, you know. So I'm at one of them junctions really when it starts going like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I believe that if we have routes, like I was saying earlier about if we could get YouTubers got walking these paths that everyone's walking, if we get people in the crowd like keeping an eye on everyone's footage or someone else's footage and staying with a YouTuber, so that like what they did in London today, where every time they got blocks off, they kept meeting back up again, they kept looping back round and meeting up with each other. It makes it more difficult for the police to be able to control us if they can't actually control us.
Well, they can't. That's the thing, yeah. And Liverpool's shown that. Even last week, the way they were doing it, they could still only do it by the initial one shock grab because there was too many people. And they can't be
just to try and shock that fear factor into you. They're taking people in front of you.
But this is where we need more numbers to kind of almost make that feel insignificant. At the moment, it's very significant when they do it. It has such an impact. It's almost difficult to watch, really, with the way fellow human beings are being treated like this. It's just not right. Not right. And I'd love it if people could say, you know, this is causing whatever it is that's floating about to get worse, because there's no evidence that it ever does. And that's the awakening thing about this. So people are being treated and shunted about and treated like criminals for just wanting to walk down the street when there's nothing to say allegedly that they can actually they're being detrimental to the population by doing it.
Someone's put a comment in saying they'll blame those far right grannies and their offensive Zimmer weapons. The thing is, the more they turn around and say this is the far right, this is the far right, the more they're going to piss people off, because a lot of these people consider themselves left or centre or just right.
Yeah, even more so now, I think, with even the stuff that was probably covered in a year or so ago. You know what I mean?
Mank Days asked if we can put 3 hours, 3 minutes on.
Go for it. And you're right, Kat. You are so right. You're all right, babe. Got me daughter. My missus is just walking on all fours to avoid getting on camera then.
Sorry.
It's all right. Oh, the things she does. You know what I mean? I can tell she don't want the limelight.
Oh, I like this. I was watching, at this point, I was watching Tyrant Finder there. I was actually watching his stream. because they were trying to create this gap here behind them, and they actually managed to get a very big gap in.
Yeah, and I think Graham's right there as well.
100% agreed. Like you see, you're about to create this massive gap where everyone decides to walk further down and just regroup.
I mean, the silly thing is, Katie, they're not actually stopping anything, are they?
No. All they're doing is provoking, but this is another conversation that we've had about them just wanting to provoke us to violence and riots so that they can bring the army in. As soon as they bring the army in, that's going to intimidate a hell of a lot more people.
Okay. All right. See you in a bit. Sorry, the wife's just legging it out.
It's all right.
Yeah, so I'd get it if there was a purpose and they were literally cleaning the streets, but they're saying there's no protesting happening, but they're stood here with the fucking protesters. People are still there protesting. So in a sense, what are they there for? Because they're not stopping anything, if you understand what I mean. People are still coming out.
The way the police are behaving are just bringing more people out. If the police, were more civil about the way they handle things, people would give up easier, but they don't seem to realise that. And now they've pushed it to a point where it wouldn't matter now.
Well, it's going to get there because you all they're doing is really pushing people into a box, aren't they?
Yeah,
And at some point they'll go, you know what? I don't mind. Someone said it before about let them castigate you all you want and wear that badge as a sleeve. I mean, I don't want to wear any badge as a sleeve. I know who I am. I know I'm not a Nazi. So when I was called that 4 years ago, I don't wear that as a sleeve. I'll go out my way to make sure that is proved wrong. That's the way I kind of handle it. But I understand what you mean. Not letting it affect you, that's probably paramount. Because these names are too cheap nowadays, and these are the psychological tricks that these media and everyone else are using when they don't understand, or whether they're too intellectually lazy to look at the reason why you're doing this. This ain't just people wanting to go outside. Most of them have done the sums, done the maths, done the research, and worked out that there's too many anomalies for this lockdown and everything else.
100%. It's encouraging to see the amount of people, though, even though they split the crowd in half. Look at the amount of people on each side.
Yeah. 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 Just showing police power.
Making an excuse to get paid because otherwise they wouldn't get paid.
Sorry, what have I done there? Just put it back with you, Kate. I was just fucking about. Why do I touch things? You know what I mean?
It's all right. It's the only way you learn how to work it, though, so I don't mind.
Yeah, and it's like, Jesus, that's the equivalent of walking in the kitchen when your mum's baking the cookies and you just go to touch it and she just go, pack it in, not finished yet. Hey up.
Makes it more difficult for the police, doesn't it? I mean, in all fairness, they aren't throwing it at anyone. They're not, right at the minute, they're not throwing it at anyone. They're not throwing it at people's cars or vehicles. Okay, they threw that one at the police, but, I can't say they didn't deserve it. But otherwise, just knocking them down, it doesn't really do much, but make it a bit difficult for the police to catch up to them and whatnot.
Yeah, it's disobedience in a way. Yeah. You just got to watch, though. I mean, it won't be long before the riot gear will be on if they see this happening. And
well, they did end up bringing the white riot gear out with them anyway.
Really, right?
So it's a bit jumpy here. It should sort itself out again in a second, though. Yeah, they did end up bringing loads of riot gear out after they rejoined up with each other a couple of times. Just reading that then.
Yeah, but you know, in a sense, what's any different? Yes, Ingo, how you doing? How you doing, lad? What's any different than you being called an actor? It doesn't have to mean anything different because I'm black, or you being called whatever because you've got your certain opinions. You know what I mean? So it's probably more stark. And particularly now, people have got a fair understanding that I'm not an actor. I don't kind of goose step around. I ain't got the leg power to goose step. I'm fucked. I've just ridden up the canal. I ain't no goose stepper. But it's a sad indictment because that's what's used on the public, innit? It's not just me on a personal level feeling. No, it's like it was probably more noticeable that he'd done it to me, and I could give it a back. But it's no different if to do it to you or anyone else who's on this chat or anyone who's on one of these marches who's now going to get deemed whatever. You know what I mean? It's just misleading and disingenuous. And
we've
no one
called
would like that.
stuff over the years. The only reason we get called hypocritical stuff is because it's easier to accept bullshit than it is to research the truth. Yeah. Close someone down by just calling him a name, castigating him, and it's one of them. Well, it can't. It doesn't sound like it's going to be true, but it's got to be true because why else would anyone say it? Even though it is the most hypocritical fucking thing to say.
Yeah, it's lazy. There were lots of black SS officers, so that's it then. Fuck it, I am a Nazi because I must have been a descendant of a black SS officer, and this lady who I don't know where she's from, but she must have seen my SS heritage within my bloodline that just comes spilling out when I didn't even say anything that was, I don't know. It's crazy.
Poor turnout in London today. I mean, I think just looking at the screen at this point, and this is already over 3 hours long, that it was anything but a poor turnout.
Right. I haven't seen the full day, as it were, so I'm only witnessing a certain part of it. And same again, this is one angle in it, Katie. You know what I mean? So it's hard to actually say. I have been recommended your channel by one of your subscribers, Sir Faz. Well, thank you for taking good advice, mate. And when this subscriber chats to you again, tell him I owe him a $5 because that is bloody good. No, thanks a lot. I'll peruse through the channel, sir. Hope you like the content. And the lady in my company at the moment in time is Katie-Jayne Swallow from childrenmatter.news is here, been helping me with this stream today. We went down to Manchester earlier today, but there wasn't a lot happening. And then Katie just kept the stream open while I got myself back in the hot seat at home, and we're just analysing other bits of footage now from different locations, pretty much in London. Yeah, it's just in London, isn't it?
Yeah, we did bring France up briefly before, but London's a bit closer to home, and I know these guys have been on their feet all day as well. I've only got till 5, and then I'm going to have to jump off because I've got to host another stream for Sharon Binks, who's going to be live at 5:30 with Barbara. That might be one worth watching. Barbara's been through a hell of a lot. Her son was actually murdered, decapitated, and then left on her doorstep. And when she was brought into when she was telling her story about everything with Sharon Binks, she went through obviously why everything happened, but it was a racist attack, why he was targeted, and she went through absolutely everything. She's a very, very, very powerful woman. She's got the Union Jack actually shaved into her head and coloured into her hair. She's absolutely amazing. So it might be worth coming and seeing what she's got to say, sort of thing, having a look. So you'll be able to find her interview with Sharon in Sharon Binks' playlist or in the interview playlist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, good luck to Sharon with that. But yeah, be interesting. Sounds like an amazing story. Definitely.
I know she's wanted to come on back on for a couple of weeks, but time hasn't been great with allowing her to. But she says she'll be on tonight, so it should be good.
Oh, good. Good. How's France looking at the moment, Katie?
Let's have a look. This is over in France.
Fingers up and everything. That does look massive.
I can't wait.
Is this Paris, and I take it?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just going to get the link for Sharon's stream while I can.
Yeah, I'll probably... Phil is giving away... Look at this. Someone smells a bit of money. Phil is giving away £5 for recommending subs. Look at someone's trying to make me... What the hell? That sounds like my daughter, you know. My daughter would be getting onto that. What? I just heard that you're right. Jesus. Right. Pay for play, is it? I'm on that shit. I'll get you 100 subs in an hour. Is that things being thrown or things just dropped? Hey, up.
Police.
Is that police they're throwing it at? Oh, yeah, it's the riot police over there, isn't it? Right, so the riot police looking like they're trying to make their way up and kettle them, or is that what it looks like?
Looks like people might have them kettled instead, though.
Yeah.
Looks like police are fucking firing smoke bombs and they're throwing them back.
Yeah, look at them. Yeah. Talou in France. Thank you, Toddy. Oh, Philip, you owe me a fortune. Jesus Christ. See what I mean?
Look, it serves you right for what you did with Ginger in Liverpool.
Look at that. Look at that. That is a touche moment, isn't it? Touche. I offer, Katie, give me an hand up. You can fuck off. I remember last week. That's all that was. Like, right, fair enough.
I was a bitch.
I deserve that. Right. Bloody hell. I'm not offering any money out to anyone else again because this is going to come back to haunt me. And you know what? I've got 20,000 subscribers, right? And hardly any of them, or the majority of them, never really watch my stuff because I never get them views, right? And fair enough. Look at that. But I guarantee you start offering a £5 or a bloody pop, all 20,000 will be watching my material all of a sudden and just wanting money out of me. I can see it. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, that...
It just shows how far the people have been pushed.
Yeah.
Because this isn't a natural thing for people to do. The French were the first to start off the yellow vests, you know, and that's been going on since March last year. So it's been well over a year, nearly 2 years, and it's now they've come to this point where they've had enough now and fuck you all sort of thing.
But even the French yellow vest, theirs was a hell of a lot more anachronistic and violent than anything that our country was doing as well.
Well, it was after a while when they were being ignored and they weren't being listened to, and then they were just being pepper sprayed from the beginning. You know, they had to do what they had to do to get heard the way they deserved to be heard.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you know, they had to fight a hell of really hard to actually be heard. Like Germany's had their equivalent of Antifa throwing stuff at them, bricking them, hunting them down, and you know they're still persevering. And even they're starting to catch up to the way France have reacted now. People have been pushed too far. No one knows what to do anymore. They just want the freedom. It's horrible to see, but
it is.
At the same time, it's not going to change unless it happens.
Celtic Girl wants to know how much is a $5 in US. It's probably about $8, is it, or something?
Something like that.
Yeah, look, so even she's on it. Well, what do you want me to do? A bank transfer? What? I mean, what's going on here now? I'm going in a minute. I swear to God, it's like this has cost me about 500 quid so far. And everyone's like, A fiver doesn't even buy a decent KFC. Well, I'm sorry about that. I mean, Jesus, I could go with a fiver and actually get an adequate meal and quite nutritious in value as well, actually, for a fiver. I mean, I don't really want to prove anyone wrong here, you know. I'm just saying. My God, even the fiver's not, they're not happy with a fiver, Katie. You know what I mean? About $3. No, it's not free. Is it $3? All right, okay. Is it? It's not. It's the other way, isn't it?
So Faz has just said, can I jump on the stream if you don't mind? I'm actually going to be jumping off the stream very, very, very shortly because I've got another stream to set up. But if you email me, I'm sure we can sort something out. That won't be a problem.
Who's that?
Sir Faz.
Right.
Should be just a bit further up in the comments.
What, he wants to come in?
Yeah.
Right. Do you know him?
I don't know by the YouTube channel.
Look at this.
Template, you said it, I'll pay
it. Never say anything just when it involves money, Phil. Times are too hard and people are going to look into that and they're going to want it. Jesus. Oh, you need... Look, it's not enough. Oh, here we go. Look, I'm getting conversion rates now. Fucking hell. What's going on here? Look, look, he's telling me there, for go crypto, I'll get $7. So, oh, for God's sake. For God's sake, this is flying around the world, this cater. You know what I mean? Let's give a sub and a fiver meme.
Yeah, people really don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
aiming for this.
Is this not going to bring on a form of martial law though at some point? Because they'll have to kick in and contain the streets, won't they?
Yeah, but they're already doing that. Look at the way the police are already patrolling the streets.
Yeah, but you have still got a relative amount of freedom, Katie. I mean, I was in town today, yeah, and even with groups of people, and this is the inconsistency again. I was saying to you, I'm fearful that they're going to walk over at any minute, and we're just walking past. Now, I'm not saying that it's wrong or right. I mean, what I am saying, though, there's still an element of freedom for me to walk around. If these guys crack on, I mean, look at the fucking burning and smoke everywhere, and what's this going to look like to the average person? And under the premise of problem, reaction, solution, you're giving the police everything they want to say, right, if you're not in your house by 7:01, the rubber bullets are coming out because we're not having you wrecking the fucking city.
That's pretty much what they were doing with the French yellow vests, though. I mean, the French yellow vests were being peaceful and everything, and they were still getting hit with rubber bullets. They were having smoke bombs thrown at them. They were being pepper sprayed. The amount of people that actually lost their hands because of the French police, or the way they were behaving with the French yellow vests. I mean, I followed the French yellow vests and what they were doing since they started. So how they've not got to this point sooner with the way they've been treated, I'll never understand. But I do also get what you're saying as well. But in regards to freedoms, yeah, we've still got a right to walk around alone or with our personal bubble. We're not allowed to go see our families. Our right to a family life has been taken away since 1934. It's just the majority of people have been lucky to escape that part of it. Yeah, we're not allowed to celebrate Christmas. We're not even allowed to. I mean, you probably remember as well last year, the year before that, and the year before that, we were being told that if we had a Union Jack, it was a racist flag.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, and I'm not trying to say that they're bang out of order because we both know why they're doing this.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I just see the escalation that comes with doing it, whether you feel that you've got the right on your side, whether you feel that, oh, well, we've tried everything else. You know, I do get that. It just never ends well. It's a tit for tat that the police and the establishment are more geared up to win, and they'll demonize the hell. I mean, they'll make peaceful protesters look like violent thugs, and
this is where we come in, though. The YouTubers, where we have to show what it is actually led to all this. It's like if it weren't for the low-grade, low-level YouTubers and Facebookers that were recording the French yellow vest from the start, we never would have seen the escalation to this.
True.
You know, where people who are just seeing what the French are doing now and how they're reacting to the police and to the law, you know, they don't see the build-up to how it got this far. They didn't see the fact that, you know, a lot of people lost their lives, a lot of people, I mean, even a firefighter ended up brain dead from being shot in the head with a rubber bullet at point-blank range.
Wow.
You know, fire brigade ended up standing up with the people instead against the police. And that was last year. Looking at this year, it's got to this point, a lot of the people that'll be in those crowds will be family people. They'll be fire service people. They'll be,
No, I get it, and I've got to admit, this Celtic girl has put in a good point as well. Even though we're exacerbated, you can see it. There's an element where if you're enticed just to follow on and start throwing, you know, bits of barriers because someone in front of you has done it, then you can't always assume that that person is an innocent individual and they're just exacerbated and look, you know, you can see why he's done it because what just happened around the corner. You have got a thing called provocation and provocateurs and agents and people that are just dickheads.
I agree. I mean, we saw it in Dover when I was filming with the little veteran, that there was a group of people there that were literally trying to provoke the police. And while we were all trying to move on and keep going, they were there and they were just interested in, you know, starting a fight. And you know, we noticed it a lot of the time that we had there was someone from Antifa actually infiltrated or tried to infiltrate the Dover demo wearing a Nazi swastika on a t-shirt to try and make everyone there look racist. You know what I mean? And that was someone from Antifa. So we do see it, but as long as you hold to your morals and don't act above your morals, then you can't really go wrong. They're going above their law. They're acting above what they're entitled to do, above what their powers allow them to do. We can't meet that with that. We have to be smarter. We have to evolve. Yeah, we are going to come into times of confrontation. Yeah, some people are going to start confronting each other, but everyone has different roles to play. Manda Moo says a lot of women and children got hurt over in France, and it's true. A lot of people did. Ended up, a lot of people gave their lives. A lot of people lost their limbs. A lot of people ended up brain dead or comatose. We had people ended up blind because they were sprayed with pepper spray and then shot in the face with rubber bullets. Obviously, what you can hear is the London one in the background, so I do apologise for that. A lot of the people in these crowds, though, would have a hell of a lot more respect for the police if they put down those shields, took off those fucking helmets, and stood with the people.
Of course it would. Of course it would. It's an us and them, though, isn't it?
It shouldn't be.
No, it shouldn't. I mean, the police are geared up now to think that we're the problem. And it's like all the other marches that we used to attend. I wonder what their little PowerPoint meetings were like just before they jumped in the van to go to any given march that we'd be attending. You know what I mean? It'd be like, oh, these guys are all far right. There's going to be a lot of far right groups there. So any policeman's going to go out pumped up thinking, well, basically there's a load of football hooligans that we've got to manage for the next 3 hours or whatever. When in reality, they're just normal, everyday citizens. But yet, that PowerPoint has got into the head. It'll be the same with this, won't it?
Yeah. Which says a lot what they're going through, what they're doing through. It shows us a lot about how they're going to retaliate. Tony asked if the French Illivis started due to gas and electric prices. It was actually the tax inflation. Macron brought in a massive tax inflation that made it really difficult for a lot of working class families to work and provide for their kids. I could be wrong, obviously. I only got one side of it. I'm going to have to jump off shortly, though, because I've only got 20 minutes. Everything's already set up. I need to send them the link and everything.
Right.
From my computer since this morning.
No, honestly, you've done a brilliant job. You've literally marshalled this, and it's been going for quite a while. So you've no doubt well put your hours in there. Thank you very much for all your help. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to keep it going anyway, but there's still a hell of a lot of people watching. So I will just keep my eye on this footage. I've got the access of removing this and putting it back in. What I might start doing is having a look at a couple of other links myself and see if I can introduce my own stuff in there. See if there's anything.
Do you want me to put the volume on for this one then and turn the London one off?
Yeah, please. I'll get the London one up now, I guess.
Isn't it pausing? Oh, there. Anyways, I should be able to jump in and out in the background anyway. Because I'm only posting the other one.
Yeah, well, don't feel obliged. It's up to you. If you do, great. Like I said, I don't even know how much longer I'm going to be here, but it's providing a service for people, so I can stick it out for a bit longer. Thank you anyway for what you've done.
No worries.
Right. Okay. Oh, there you go. She's took a link with her. She's took a link and got out of Dodge. Fair enough. I thought that may have happened, so I've got this one that I'll bob in.
I'll be going live in Toulouse, in France. Not me, but my channel. So if you want to watch that after, it's around 6 o'clock. Someone will be going live. Yeah, man. You're a London boy, aren't you? Yeah. Just outside London, near Heathrow. It's like a walk. Huh? Yeah, man. I don't do audits there anymore. Okay. Just do yeah. Hey mate, you're at 20k.
Am I?
Yeah.
Hey,
well done.
I'm at 20k. Thank you, everybody. Have you got a press bar?
I have.
Yeah, can I see it, please?
Yeah.
Public gatherings.
Jesus.
Yeah, man. The only thing I do need is something to eat, man. I don't need anything. Huh? Cheers, man.
Ooh. Wow! I'm not doing anything. Wow! I'm not doing anything. It's freely. I will continue to speak. Leave it.
Look at this. It's a joke.
No food.
Okay, mate. I'll have a look.
I woke up late, so I couldn't have breakfast.
Simon and Joe both invest in stocks. Simon uses E.
Guys, we're just at Queen Anne's Gate, SW1.
Okay.
55 Broadway.
I'm just going to switch it over. I've just found one that's going on in France. Rutley is doing a live stream, so I'm going to quickly go over to that if I can find it, and it should be there. Okay. You just jumped on, guys. Thanks a lot. This is started off in Manchester today. Kate has been in charge for most of the day, filtering through different streams through different parts of the country in England. And at the moment, I'm in Paris. This is currently what's going on there. Seems to be a fire. There's a lot of people congregating. Seems to be somewhat more violent for probably various reasons in France. As it is, we've got to understand as well, haven't we, that the level of anger in different countries is not automatically generic. What's going on in France is down to their struggle in France, and no doubt for somewhat slightly different reasons for what's going on in England. But there's an element of camaraderie in terms of waking up and joining into the fight, surely. Yeah, I hear that, Celtic girl. I hear that. Yeah, you're right, boxing fan. And this is what's happening, isn't it? It's turning normal people to the point where, you know, being like this is not even an option anymore. They've tried and tested all the other ways, peaceful marching, getting out in numbers, waking people up. So there is an element where people are going to go, fuck it. I can totally understand that. Thanks, mate, is probably, it was June. I think it's 4 years. 4 years, mate. 4 years. A lot of water under a bloody long bridge. I'll tell you that. Not right word, violent. Yeah, maybe. Civil disobedience, you know. Whatever it is. It's how it's going to be construed. Yeah, I understand that. And for me, I noticed it because they seem to be more adamant on pushing this lockdown through and less adamant on showing that they really acknowledge people's anxiety, depression. I mean, when you do this to a population, you know it will have a fundamental psychological effect on them all. So they don't seem to want to talk about that. Yeah, cheers, sir. Cheers. It's been a hell of a journey. And that's took multiple people as well, multiple friendships, connections, like us all. It's all one big journey, innit? But obviously you can see now there's smoke emanating, so looks like they're just firing tear gas and into the crowd, are they? Look, you can just see the cases. Look, it's like fucking fireworks. Look at this. Oh, yeah, that is fireworks. I thought that was tear gas coming over. Right, so people are just dispersing fireworks as well, I guess, aren't they? Is that tear gas, that one? This is bad diss on people. Yeah, that looks like it, look. Yes. Yes, I like that. This is in Paris, mate. Paris. Yes. Now, to me, that comes across better. I know it's everyone's got their own opinion. Than throwing borders, barriers all over the place. Is it Paris? Yeah, it is. Brilliant. This is on Rupley, mate. So I just literally went on to YouTube and tapped in, and Rupley came up. Yes. Yeah. You'll see that. So same as we were saying before. Is this revolution going to be part of a provocation, a spike to get people to revolt by doing this? can you now distinguish the difference between a normal French protester and what is an Antifa member with this? What are you doing? I don't know, mate. I mean, I honestly can't say I know what I'm looking at here. This looks like just preparing for a night of rumblings. Look, they're getting all the barricades in order, and I've seen guys breaking rocks up there, and it seems all very organised, and everyone seems to know their position and role within all this. This is somewhat strange, because this is settling in and bunkering down for a night of whatever. Collecting ammo, you're right. You're right. This is bunkering down for the night. Look, they're pulling away. So it makes you think again. Is this an organic French individual or masses of individuals that are doing this, or is this provocateur action that's now taking over from what was going on in the day? How are you doing? Yeah, if anyone wants to jump over to childrensmatter.news, Sharon is about to conduct that interview. It does, mate, and that's what I'm looking at. This is feeding into something that is not going to end well. Yeah. See, the problem is, I fear, you do this in Manchester, you do this anywhere, even the life we've got now is bad. What they will be able to justify to do will be a lot worse if this is what it's like. And to be fair, I can't say I'd want my daughter at tier 3 going from A to B and witnessing all this either, you know. But at the same time, both Kate and I spoke about it before, where it's going and how people are feeling. So there's something. I'm not sure whether I'm totally into this, if I'm going to be honest. They are quite prepared. There's going to be something going down tonight. They're taking a lot of time in preparing and getting what ammunition they need. And the police are there watching them, you can see. Mm. Yeah, I guess you're right, Rob. And everyone's individuals. Everyone's got 101 different ways of looking at it and what they think their solution is. And this is a hard one. Yeah. Yes, mate. Absolutely fine. Thank you, sir. Been in Manchester today. Not a lot going down, if I'm going to be honest. Just been on the stream with Katie-Jayne. She's jumped off to help out Sharon Binks on her channel now doing an interview. But yeah, absolutely sweet. Just running over some footage of different locations doing their protesting today. And we've got to Paris. Yes, Graham. Beard o'clock. Get a good one down, you mate. I'm probably going to give it another 5 minutes and then I'm going to call it a day myself. I hope you've enjoyed what Katie and I have tried to bring to you today. See, these look more like the pacifist side, really, isn't it? You know, oh, look, the cannon's out. The cannon's out. See, this is what I mean. This is what it'll bring forward. You up it a notch, they'll up it a notch. It's ironic, isn't it? They're forcing it through for us, mate. With their violence. So you can see that they've been through this and they know what to expect because of all the stuff that they're collating. So they know that the water cannons and the tear gas and all the other things, and they're totally out there protecting themselves and mitigating for it. Yes, Graham. Thank you, sir. You have a great night. Have a great night. Look at that. Look at her. It's not really having an effect. People just stood there going, so what? I need a wash anyway. Oh, bricks being thrown at him now. They're moving in. Slowly moving in. Yeah. Yeah, no, I get that, Graham. I know and like I say, their level of how they protest has always been slightly raised. Look, there's lasers going off in the So they do seem it. They seem like way more advanced in terms of protesting, in terms of we're not having a peaceful protest. We'll just do it like this, and we know what we're going to get. And you know what? We're kind of prepared for that. So yeah, they're bunkering down for a night of this. That's going to wreck the city, innit? They are. That's probably a beautiful way of putting it. It's going to wreck the city, though, and look at this. Look how they're just in front now. I mean, this is like almost like Tiananmen Square stuff, this. Whoa! Just come in and charge them then. No, you don't care. Tiananmen Square. Look at that! Do you see that then? Look! Look! Get him out of there. Mate, yeah. Wow. He was stood there while multiple were just spraying that spray at very close proximity in his face. Now, I knew he had a guard up of some kind, but I'm surely it got underneath that. And then he still stood there. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I seen, and it was a few. A few. Fire burning over there. See, I don't want London and Manchester to be like this. I seriously don't. And I can see why people have been pushed, so I'm not blaming anyone. It's just a shame that it gets to this. Really is. But unfortunately, is this the world? Yes, Benson, thank you. Is this the world? Is this what the next 10 years could look like for us? Constant people coming out. Used to call it picketing, didn't they? Just coming out being like this. You know, having to then think on a civil disobedient level, getting together with mates and having ammo dumps, you know, bricks, whatever. Is this where it's going? Is this the next few years? Boris has got a lot to answer for, hasn't he? Boris has got a lot to answer for. Yep. It will be a bumpy one, mate. But we can overcome it. We've got to rise above it, haven't we? Yeah. Surreal, this, isn't it? I mean, you'd think we should be at a point now where people can hit the stars, you know what I mean? Humanity should be hitting the stars by now, and look at us. Look at us. If anyone's looking down on this space that we live in and watching how people are dividing and fighting and watch how, you know, all welly in the world is coming around us and how we're being treated, it's like, man, how long do these people need in order to get themselves together as a civilization? It is, mate. The buckling down, this is, looks like someone said before, seasoned. Not asked. This ain't, looks like it doesn't even look like it's out of place there, because the level of organisation in getting weapons and whatnot, that this is just the norm, I think, it looks like. This is Paris, mate. Dan, hi there. You all right? Natural progression. Well, probably is. Probably is. People get pissed off enough, they react, don't they? But then if you think that the way you've been exacerbated has been done on purpose for you to react like that, you're still playing into the hands, aren't they? Don't forget, everything that's been done to us is a psychological trick. Psychological warfare. So they've been able to extract that from you in order to shut you down even more with it. So it's like you've been gamed into doing it. So you might feel throwing a brick at the police van, but then you think, well, everything has been gamed in order for you to do that, and now the consequences of you doing that. There just seems to be just a bit of a standoff here now, isn't it? They've obviously took that part of the building now that they were all whipping bits of the corrugated iron and making bricks, so they've took that back. Yeah, it does. It does. I'd agree with that. Red Eye Jedi 420 UK. Pushing them back now. Yes, mate, don't get me talking about that. I would love to do a video or a stream showing bits and bobs on that. I really would.
Vas-y, on se rend en décembre, je redescends à La Rochelle de toute façon. Ouais, ouais, je te rappelle, ça marche. Je suis du côté merde.
Yes, mate, you're all right. Okay, dude. Over the Christmas break, I'll get a little thing in, little video, a little stream, talk about like a paranormal thing, you know, of a dimension, whatever. Yeah, there's loads of different topics on that level, but particularly the moon. I researched that a long time ago, and there's loads of anomalies with that. So that's almost an easy one, really. Yes, David Boy, 2020. Yeah, mate. All that. Without a doubt. The Tether incident. Anyone remember that? The bleeding Tether incident. This is multi-streaming at the moment, mate. So this is coming through probably 3 or 4 different platforms simultaneously. And this is all with the help of Katie-Jayne Swallow, childrenmatter.news. Massive big up to her and the channel. See how casual that guy is there? He got a row of riot shields and he's just stood in the front on his mobile phone just going, all right, you know, better just call the wife, tell her to get the tea on. Look, love, I'll be home in an hour. You know what I mean? Well done, Rob. Yeah, that's what was going on in Liverpool, mate. That's really what was happening, and it dissipated. It totally obliterated after them doing it about a dozen times. So is anyone under the impression that there's something going on in Manchester? You're welcome, Carl. Tomorrow. Yeah, I think, Dan, I really do. Yes, Marco, get in there, son. How you doing? Look, the water cannon's back out. Yeah, I do. I think it's probably inevitable because we've been discussing it all ourselves through this stream, and someone's just come back from London and pretty much said the same thing. This marching ain't working. We can't lose heart with what we're doing, but the bottom line is it does feel it's pushing it to another gear. Now, it's Yes, CK. You take care, sir. Have a good night, good weekend. Go on, Kater. Look at you multitasking. You do feel it will. And this is all on the land of the unknown, in a sense, that we don't know where it's going to be in 6 months. So in 6 months' time, it gets more draconian, then that's only going to antagonize the situation even more. Yes, I like that. I like that. I like that. It's consciously rising, innit? We've got to do it. See that? The people that ask with the water is like, dude, that's so 10 years ago. Water cannons. So it's not working. Great. Oh. Yeah, he did. He did. Isn't that right? When he was mayor. Yeah. So I bet they're being polished right now, aren't they? You know what I mean? But at the same time, if you give them enough aggression that they can then castigate you for, that will then justify them putting the keys in the ignition to them water cannons. And I always feel that. Even though a lot of people don't not ask whether we go here or not, I think, well, sometimes you played into the hands by doing it, and then they can lock you down. Then they can lock your family down. But there's no right and wrong here. It's just looking in amazement that it's hard to believe that this is going on in the 21st century. And it's not quelled my fight or wanting to fight or literally show what's going wrong in the world. It's only doing it more. Seriously, only makes me want to get more involved. Khan sold them. He sold them to the French. I wish I'd have known. I'd have bought one of them fuckers. And then, honestly, I'm going out and I'm taking 30 of my mates and they're walking behind me and there's fuck all you can do about it. Because this 2 million litre ton fucking water cannon will tell you ain't doing nothing about it. Freedom isn't free. You're right there. Oh, look at you, Great Brit. You like? Looks like they're in for the night. Yeah, it's like a cycle in it, mate. Coming out of the depression. You know what I mean? So this is like the 21st century depression that we're about to enter, which is going to inevitably have riots, going to have a lot of people coming out. It's going to happen. Freedom is free. You just have to take it. Then isn't it funny how someone don't really get take what? The jab? You have to take the freedom, mate. I think that's what Ad Potter was talking about. You've got to own it. Yes, Steve-O. How we doing, sir? We're here in Paris, just probably looking at what it's going to look like in the next few years in England if things don't improve. I can't, at this point, AA, I can't honestly say that that won't happen. I'm not suggesting that it's right round the corner, but when you hear more and more people saying it, more and more people, we're at the moment, we're at shame on you with the police when they do something wrong. I can't imagine that if they keep treating the public the way they are, it won't be long before someone will lash out or someone will do something, and then who knows what that might create. So I don't know, mate. You know, the riot and how people riot and the journey they go on in order to riot has been an age-old thing, like we said before. So it does feel like some form of a pattern repeating. To say it won't happen here, I can't say I'm that confident, but I hope you're right. I bloody hope you're right, because I don't want this. And also, Double A, to suggest I've been around for a while, is that implying that I'm old? That didn't come across well, mate. It's Brick Girl in the house. Well done. Well done. You know what, Brick Girl? How about you jump on next week and we'll talk about it one day during the week? Or maybe towards the latter end of the week, because I've got an interview lined up with a lady early in the week. How would you like that? Brick Girl? You what? Yes. That's brilliant. Excellent. You can come on and I'll look through the footage over the next few days. And if you've got any footage that you've got, if you want to send it me through WhatsApp, Rachel, I can collate it. Brilliant. That sounds like it'll be a mint stream, and you know everyone wants to hear your words and your feelings on this. And to be fair, you've not really changed your position throughout all this, whereas a lot of people have, including myself. I give it respect in the beginning. Now I don't. You've never been there, so I've got to say, well done, well done. So yeah, I'm gonna probably call it a day there now. But you know what? You've made my day with that, Rachel, because you can come and we can talk about what has gone on in London, what's going on around the world, and we can just get it on. You know what I mean? That sounds mint. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to big thank you to everyone jumping on. A massive, massive thank you to just everyone who's all of the mods and everyone who's been involved. A big thank you. It's been a mad day. I've not expected it to go like this in any way, but coming back and with Katie doing what she's doing and massively helping out, it's turned out to be quite a nice day. And it's a shame it didn't get more positive in Manchester, but hey ho, we know the mentality has not gone anywhere. Even if the people are not on the streets, there's many people that are not happy about this and can see it. Just because they're not running on the streets and getting gripped like gypsies doesn't mean that people don't see it. We all see it and we know that. So great, guys. Thanks very much. Thanks a lot to Rachel, Katie, modders, everyone. I will do, Brick Gill. Thanks very much for that. All have a great weekend, guys. do the best you can to enjoy your lives, and we'll speak very soon. I'll have more content coming up with an interview coming up during the week, hopefully with a stream as well. So guys, I love you all, even the pissing haters, guys. You take care. Make sure that you love each other.
I love you. 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 Even the pissing haters. I love you. 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 I love you.